Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
We're back, baby.
Are we?
Okay, we're gone. All right, close the show.
Are we?
We're gone, baby.
Are we?
We're gone, baby. No more.
Hello, everybody. We are here playing some heckin' Hemkin Kingdom Hearts. I just want to know, going to react to the fact that don't worry. We'll get to that. I'm sure that everybody can't wait to talk about certain things that happened last time because we didn't get to talk at the end of the last game. Speaking of things we got to do before the stream, though, thank you, Fake Person, for giving us $120 before the recording started. I'm always going to bring it up because Daddy gives me money and I use it to buy nice things. Thank you, Daddy.
Like bills and food.
And I do have, I will say, I technically own 2 skirts. So yes, that does mean that Daddies buy me skirts.
Yay!
Are we counting the diaper on that, or?
Fucking time they're called kills.
No, the diaper was a different thing.
Okay.
What?
The G Fuel diaper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the perfect consumer. All right. Anytime somebody puts something,
I buy.
anytime somebody puts something funny in front of me, and it's like something that I'm somewhat affiliated with at all, it's like, I'm gonna buy that. That's an April Fool's Day joke. Am I gonna do anything with it? I've literally not even put it in the position that I made for it. I made a place on the wall for it, and I've not put it up. It's been fun, been good, been great, been wonderful. We are gonna start some Kingdom Hearts. Here we go. It took it a second. It took it a second to do the to get over there, but we're here. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Room's a little bit cleaner. We picked up a few of the things that have been strewn around the room for a little bit the last few games. We will get to rewards and such from all of the different things that had happened a little bit later. We will give the Gilgamesh their 2 bloop things from their thing early. Damn, you got everybody. I forgot how low everybody got. Right, because
yeah,
the only one that really stayed up was Zarel, and I was like very impressed because I expected all of you to go down.
Fuck you. As long as one of us lives, we all live. Hell divers rule.
Being held over by +6 willpower, baby.
Let's go.
That fake could hit me at a fucking 12. I got lucky as shit.
He's pretty good though.
I got hit with a double D20 damage because motherfucker just has that ability, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
dude.
at you getting hit with a double.
Motherfucker had that ability.
That's what you get for fighting a boss that is big without friends.
About you, fuck yourself.
Some of us can only hit people with our A cups and no skirts.
So I need to know, Zarel,
What
happened last game?
Oh, okay, so you're just making me do it.
No, I rolled it.
Oh, you rolled it.
I rolled it, and it landed on a number.
Okay, all right. Let's just go ahead and go on. So 2 things are happening. On one, there's a battle. But before that, we got a thing with Hibiki. Hibiki got separated because of a fake card, and also because we all agreed him to leave. So Hibiki's going out, and he finds, I mean, I know we call him Boa, but I can't think of a funny enough name. I guess we'll just call him Boa. Just look for the axolotl cunt. So
you just gotta. I mean, he has a nickname already. If you want to call him by his nickname.
what do we call him? Hold on.
Yeah,
Computer
his
enhance.
His name is Dr. Hestus Boa.
Yeah.
You can call him God if you want. He prefers that.
So hepatitis B.
Hepatitis B.
Hepatitis Boa. Let's go.
Hepatitis the second.
Hetsu.
Please, Mr. Hepatitis was my father. Anyway, he's walking over with one of those heartless, like a dragon heartless, a kind of a flying worm, And he's like, go deal with Hibiki over there. And then Hibiki goes, I don't think I'll be doing that. And just tackles the motherfucker. And they go flying down the stairs, which was surprisingly good for him because the dragon was never real.
Yeah, the dragon wasn't real.
It wasn't real. It was one of the many illusions of Dr. Hepatitis Boa. And kind of sad that he is named Doctor and then we're calling him Hepatitis. It's really sad, I guess you can't fix them all. Point is, they roll all the way down. And he goes, well, actually, I need to go contact my lord immediately. And then his lord shows up, Lord Akron, and he's like, I did everything. I'm cool with Mr. Dr. Hestisboa. I think he's a cool dude.
He's a cool guy.
I think he was justified doing 9/11 and killing all the civilians.
I in fact believe that honestly, I liked it. I liked how he did it.
Yeah, I think that his pick for Mario Kart 6 is pretty good.
Christopher Columbus did found America.
Yeah. It was a lot more convincing than that. But Hibiki, the best
I'm proud
of
of
us.
me. I'm proud of me for being convincing.
Yeah.
I can't even find him.
He's gone.
I can't even find our boy. Keep going. I'm sorry.
He sees through the lies and deception, and he starts trying to get at him. At which point, Hepatitis Boa is a little annoyed, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna go get the beacon now. Don't do anything dumb. And then he calls Satan, aka not Satan, aka Dev,
Rubicante,
aka Rubicante, and goes, can you like make a nice firewall right over here in between him and this beacon? And he goes, I will do it for $1, one beautiful dollar. It's like, all right, I'll do it for $1. And so it exists now. At which point he's a little bit annoyed. So he fucking Hephaestus goes, I had an activated straight up just fucking Joker mode and just acid spits Hibiki like 7 times and it fucking kills him. So don't worry about that. Just think about that one for later. Anyway, back in the other room. Turns out this dog hit hard. This dog hit real hard. The team fights it. People go down. More people go down. The dog's still there. He's a very powerful boy. But then, while Zero's in his last legs, he finds a girl with blue cape and pronouns. and she's like, I need you to choose, hypothetically, these have no symbolism whatsoever, something between, like sun, moon, and star, like light's abundance, light's reflection, light's absence. I need you to choose one of those. And it's like, I like the sun, I could use that right now. And it's like, you know what, all right, sick. And then blue cape and pronouns, aka Maki, who we absolutely don't know, but I mean Gilgamesh does, uses some kind of incredible magic, which is a lot more than we've seen, and just fucks this thing right up into its vulnerable state. And then furthermore activates like her fucking just dragonborn roar that she just stole from presumably Gilgamesh and the other ones. So, sorry Gilgamesh, that shit's under new disposition now. She also mentions, hey, BTW, sometimes things that are dark can have light in them sometimes. And we go, what does that mean? And then she walked away.
The fucking, it's like that tuxedo mask meme of, my work here is done. What does that mean, Watson?
Nothing good ever grows in a garden full of darkness. Swish, run away.
Me.
I mean, that's pretty much how Kingdom Hearts goes.
But wait, that line's literally the opposite of what Maki said.
Tuxedo Mask is kind of a bigot.
Yeah. He's a bigot!
Man,
when are we gonna get the magical girl transformation?
Anyway.
We know that goes to Sorrel.
Yeah. I'm gonna activate my magical girl form. It just turns me into a bigger fish. Anyway, we continue fighting the thing, and we find out it's got some kind of egg inside its mouth, so we take it out. And we realize, well, it's clearly not hers, because she's here, and it can't be our friendly boy Severe Zach, because he's not here either. So the only conclusion is the thing gave birth. So we have a new egg, fresh born from darkness. Meanwhile, at the Hibiki side, Maki gingerly walks all the way over here because she's got time, whatever. And she also stops time here, which we also learned Hephaestus is just not really bothered by it, but he was really confused by this bitch just walking in and stopping time.
Oh, you're right. Hold on. I need to get music up again. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Keep going.
Okay, you got your music.
Yeah.
Anyway, she walks down here and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "Shut up. Hibiki. You can't beat this man. I'm gonna be real with you. You can't beat him in a fight. However, like, do you want to like give up or do you want to not give up?" And then Hibiki goes, "I would like to not give up, please." And it's like, "All right, cool." And then Hibiki regains strength after being super murdered and obtains his uber super fucking wing form. Where is it? There it is. And he gets these fucking arm blades and shit. I don't know what they're called.
They're the bladed tonfas.
Yeah, he got the fucking tonfas. And now has the power of the bird. And every time he moves, it fucking caws. And he's like, "Here's the deal. I'm gonna be real fucking annoying till you leave. So either you can sit with me like a mosquito for the next 8 hours, or you can fuck off." And it's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were fucking, I didn't expect this to happen. Who's the guy you hate? Lord Cube? Yeah, I'm gonna put that in my pocket for later. Don't come to school tomorrow, but yeah, I guess I'll leave."
No.
You can't say that. No.
Oh, no.
He looks like the kind of person that would say, "Don't come to school tomorrow."
I mean, he's don't coming to school tomorrow the entire kingdom, so you know.
Don't come to the kingdom tomorrow.
There was a big snow day.
At which point, Hibiki immediately runs out of energy because turns out, you know, he was not primarily built to be in Ultra Tampa mode all the time. And, well, everything seems to be better, at least here. We don't know what's happening up there, but maybe Booyah beat the dark side and exploded everything. It's whatever. It's fine. The point is, things are good. We're alive. Somehow. I'm sure that Gilgamesh will have no questions about blue girls with cape and pronouns. Thumbs up.
Great job. Great job. That is essentially the things that had gone down. You guys had learned, because of learning about Lord Akron being an illusion, that most likely the person that had been around Whisper from the entire time has never been Lord Akron, because the egg-like thing, the thing that the little ball-like thing over here that they were given by Lord Akron to calm themselves down, that they had to protect, smelled just like what Hibiki smelled from that Lord Akron that they saw. So
There's also another little tidbit that we need to remember. All the way back when we met the funny chair. The chair said only 2 people have ever come here in recent times.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
You guys, as we come back into everything, I'm gonna give, I don't know, I'll give you two guidance tokens. There you go.
Oh, delicious meal.
Had to decide on it. Had to be like, what am I giving?
After I had to use all these fucking bitches last game.
You two guidance skeletons. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. I'll take it. Whatever.
You guys find, at this point, everyone has had everything that happened with them. The wolf, like Heartless, has disappeared into the darkness, not giving up any kind of heart in return. Whisper, at this point, seems to, from the wolf disappearing, they calmed down entirely. Before they were yelling and screaming because of whatever that thing was inside of them. They were letting out those little bursts of light that were coming out. However, as soon as that thing disappears and you guys gain that egg, they calm and just sort of lay face first in the ever rising water. Before we move on, I'm going to give you guys something that I had to dig up from the old time I did this campaign.
Oh boy.
From 1910 times.
From the 1910 times.
This thing's a relic.
From the olden days.
This thing's a relic. Shows an iPod Mini.
They're not gonna believe what we just got. This thing can play tunes on your on itself, on your phone. You don't need your phone for this. That's what makes it good.
I'm in the wrong chat.
Fucking CD showcase of Kids Bop Volume 3.
Yeah, it's Kids Bop Volume 3. You got it. That's what I'm giving you. You fucking...
Finally, Kids Bop Volume 3.
God, you guys are smart and got it immediately.
We're so smart. Why don't you ever tell us how smart we
You're
are?
so smart and pretty.
I'm twirling my hair.
There. And this
No,
is
that's
Kids Bop's yay.
I would like to
This
bring
is
this
Kids Bop's
to all of you.
601.
Yeah.
Blop.
Hey.
Egg get.
Egg.
Egg get.
We did it. We got egg.
We did
Give me that
egg.
thing.
This is
I gave
literally this file is literally the exact file I gave to the players a long time ago. I think I did decently on it last time. It looks all right. It's an egg
good.
with ears.
I like if you look at an angle, you got the Microsoft Word effect going on with egg.
Yeah.
Egg.
Get. Just hey. Get.
Egg.
Not that excited about it.
Egg.
You have an egg now.
It's only like the first Cherished in a while to be conceivably and basically been born, but whatever.
Oh, look, they have Sisyphus' ears.
That being said, you guys can take the floor. You guys are in the flooded room. Currently, there's no Hibiki with you. You get egg. The room is a lot lighter than it was before. It's brighter than you guys have ever seen this room being because somebody came in and ate all the fucking darkness.
It was so yummy to her.
It was just see them with a darkness mouth, a darkness body.
Yeah. Gilgamesh walks up and hands Poe's lantern back to Muna.
Thank you, darling.
Mm.
We're still dying, right?
You guys are still
Low
very
health.
hurt.
Yeah. Gilgamesh goes to pick up Fury.
You go
Or
to pick up.
Whisper.
You go to pick up Fury, Night Fury. As you do, you find that she is picked up, and as you look to her, she appears to be asleep.
His voice over shoulder.
You see, as you lift her face out of the water, there's just a goofy ass like grin on her face as she's sleeping, as if she's having a decently good dream.
Sure.
Zion, why?
How's she looking?
The same.
Define the same?
He just pulls her. He just like lifts her head up by her hair. to say.
No, I see what you mean now.
You're just like dragging her forward by her hair.
No, I say picked her up. He just like reaches down and just pulls her head up. It's over his shoulder, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do not move the microphone away from me, Zion. I need that for talking.
No, we ought to show Hibiki. This is huge. Where's Hibiki, actually? I should probably go find him.
Yeah.
Let's move. Can you move, Muna? Are you good?
I think I can.
Excellent. Oh, I was unexpected. Hold my hand. We'll go in
You
this
can
together.
move,
Yeah, you're good. She's just being dramatic. It's fine.
It's just Muna being Muna. It's fine. It's normal.
You can do it. It's fine.
Okay, there we go. Oh,
One step at a time, Muna.
there we go. Oh, okay. It actually didn't hurt. I was just on pins and needles.
As you
You were on
guys
what?
get to the exit here, you find that the door is extremely difficult to open, thanks to all the new water in this area.
Perhaps we have a problem.
All right, let's see if I can do this. All right.
What are you doing, Muna? Do you have any kind of door opening magic?
No, but I do have a blizzard not strong enough to make an ice floor, and even if I did, it'd be very shallow.
You guys hear from the other side, Hibiki, you have made it back to your friends.
I made it back to my friends.
You slosh down the stairs and you go to the door, and it is very heavy.
Oh no, my weak arms can't do it.
Yep. You note
I was
first off
expecting
that
the
the bottom stair of this place is completely underwater, and you are not waist deep, but like up to like your thigh in water whenever you get to the other side of this.
I was expecting Hibiki to just come back like panting, sweating. I got the ball.
He does have the ball.
I do have the ball because I thought it'd be necessary.
I was trying to draw it, but Zion is no longer letting me draw, so you get to have this.
Fantastic. Thank you. Amazing. Zorella, can you move this out of the way?
I will do my best.
Zorel, you make your way forward. As you do, you bring your hands up to try to get this open. There's too much water.
I'm quite adept at moving in water, but the door is not quite adept at moving in water, if that makes sense. It is quite stuck.
You know what?
That's not what I meant. Can you push it away? You have water magic.
I'll try.
Just gonna simply command it to move away from the door. Simple.
You're putting it. I'll try. Can I try to water status this open?
Looking at your water ability. Attempt to throw water back. Unfortunately, you feel as soon as you attempt to do so, the way your water magic works is more you create water. So as soon as you go to cast the spell, you note more water is coming out of your hand and you immediately stop casting the spell.
Okay, I don't think this is going to help.
There's a cursed world and its rules.
Can I hear them on the other side, or is it so thick that we can't even hear each other?
Oh no, you can hear each other. You can hear each
I
other.
just hear, this is a lot of water. All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of water on this side too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turkey
You're
long enough.
barely get stuck here.
I can see that. There's a lot of water on this end too. It's up to my thighs out here.
All right, I'm going to try something. It's gonna be bold.
Is
And
this?
Hibiki,
Yeah.
as you hear Muna say they're going to try something, it's going to be bold, you hear a rushing amount of water behind you. As you have now noticed, the water in the other room the one with all the chains and everything like that, that is over here, the water level has now risen over the floor of that area, meaning this place is getting filled with a lot more water very quickly.
This place is rapidly flooding.
But that wasn't me.
I know it wasn't you, Muna. The water out here's gotten over the edge. It's starting to fill up in here.
Question: is this light coming from anywhere, or like, is this just dramaticism?
The light seems to be making its way into this place from the chains and from the high walls. They appear to be those same kind of crystalline little lights that were in the prison area. So it doesn't appear to be natural light.
Yeah, so we don't have a way to get out for that way.
This place, from what you guys understand, at least from what Hibiki now completely understands, was supposed to be Whisper's tomb.
That bastard Dr. Hess just is flooding this place, I think.
Dr. Estes.
Mm-hmm.
I
He was
feel like there's a lot that there's to be explained, but all right.
Wait for that later.
You just hear, I hate that guy.
Indeed. He just like does a double take. Wait.
Do you feel like I can wake her up?
We have cure magic now.
You do have cure magic.
Here's the door.
That's right.
Gilgamesh tries to figure out how to use heal magic like Deceit does. It doesn't work. He just slaps her for 4d6 heals for healing.
As you look to them, Gilgamesh, as you feel the magic inside of you and you're about to heal them, you do find, roll me for your experience, please. Because you are someone who understands magic on a different level than people in this world. I would have done the same for Muna if they did as well, but
heal slaps are really funny to me. Oof.
You heal slap.
That's a
I was thinking you're trying to heal breath.
No, you go for a heal slap.
Okay.
You do feel like the heal goes through. You heal them for a decent amount of damage. They don't seem to wake up.
Now what?
Thought that would work. It usually works with someone.
All right.
They look like they feel better. Like, do you see their smile go back?
Thumbs up.
Because like whenever they're like, I hate that guy from Dr. Hestus, they kind of lost their smile, but then you healed them, they gained it back. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
Sorrel, I think it's time to ask a favor of.
No, what can I do for you, Muna?
No, you have to ask a favor to your water god.
I could ask. I don't. Okay, right, I'll ask. I guess I'll try to commune with the sea.
You do still feel that the water in this area is not completely impeding your movement. Just the bonus you got from being friends with the sea god. Problem being, whenever you go to try to call out on them, you hear nothing in return. The water here is, from what Hibiki seems to think, being manipulated by someone else, meaning it is not the water that apparently this thing can mess about with.
I believe that we're not getting any response now. If Hibiki's hunch is right, then someone else is moving this.
Oh, this is magical water then.
Hibiki, the water has now come up to your around your stomach, your waist.
Fuck, it's up to my waist now.
You guys,
these doors,
on your
do these
side,
open inwards or outwards?
They open inwards. So eventually the water here might burst it open. But you guys would note that the water in this area also begins to start rushing a lot more from the different sides of the room where the water is sort of waterfalling down. You can see it a little bit better in the map that I made over here, where the water is going down from like the like little slits in the walls into like the grates. You guys see more water bursting out from them as if water pressure has gone beyond a limit, and your guys' room starts filling a little bit faster now as well. then there's a lot more water in here, so most likely the door on the other side is not going to be able to fight against the pressure of the water in here. And Spotify's being weird.
So what's fighting against? Okay, that's a bit too silly. Though, no.
From what you guys understand, whatever power Dr. Hestus has is what is sinking this place. So he's
Which
the one
means-
controlling the water from all angles.
The only person that could even command this place to move on its own, even if it doesn't even open the door. is-
Hey Vicky, the beacon, has it changed? Is it still weird and red?
I mean, yeah, but it should be fine.
Well, it can rewrite things, right? The other one was able to rewrite it a little.
Mm-hmm.
We might be able to prevent this. We'll keep trying on our side.
Personally, I think you need to get Whisper awake if she can command the literal building to do shit.
I will attempt to do so. She is very asleep.
I have her ball here. Her special ball.
You just hear from them. Yay.
Wake up!
But you can't get the ball unless that stupid door opens.
You just like see Gilgamesh shaking them, like wake
Do you
up!
want the ball?
He just at a point just like dunks her head in the water and pulls it back.
Yeah. You guys can try to use anything else you guys might have that might.
I'll
be
try
better.
to water protect. It can cure a status. I don't know if that's the thing that's going on.
Do you want to try to do that?
Yeah.
Go right ahead. As you do, you do find that she begins to look as if she starts to wake up. Her eyes slightly open. She is completely exhausted. She has not
so
eaten for
status.
months, and she has just got the thing that was keeping her alive out of her.
Why is the once more not helping you?
As
Nobody else has
you
food.
see, they begin to open their eyes. If you look at Cure, the reason I was having Gilgamesh roll is because Cure can also cure status effects.
No, it doesn't. Negative effects. Oh,
But
Heal shield.
yeah.
I didn't think this was I didn't realize it was a status effect.
Yeah. I was just waiting. I was just waiting to see if anybody figured things out. You do find
Noted.
that she begins to open her eyes. She looks around just like, I had a good dream.
Fantastic. Wake up.
To be fair, I was overthinking a bit and not thinking of sleep as a status effect.
We're quite glad, but we are in a bit of a pickle right now.
We're going to drown. Open the door.
You're going to drown. I'm still at a point.
Most of us are going to drown. Open the door.
You're going to drown. Let's be real here.
Gilgamesh says that like he's going to make Zoro drown.
I will teach you to drown.
You, Gilgamesh, as you release them, they seem to look up. For a moment, they move their hand slightly. You do find that whatever this exhaustion is on them is still on them. As they look as if they begin to move their arms toward the door, they're like, I have never felt like this. Oh, I'm so hungry.
Food. Nothing.
We could definitely get food if we were outside of here, but that's kind of a problem right now.
Sorry.
That's all right.
It's still on her. Protect shield. Protect cure.
Protect cure.
Yeah.
Let's look at the protect on cure. When shield target is immune to base aspects and heals 1d4 per turn. Yeah, sure. As you go to cast a shield onto them, they seem to, for a moment, wake up a little bit more. They bring their hand up. As they do, they look forward. Damn it, just open. As she says that, a bit of light comes off of her, just like before, and the door doesn't open because she is not completely in control of all of her things right now. The door disappears.
Oh,
As the door disappears, Hibiki, you are pulled with the water into the room.
Ah! Well, that was surprising.
You told people.
Mona's like fucking pounding.
Do you think my stuff is okay?
Your
Sure.
stuff is
No.
fine, sweetie. Keeping your head above the water.
Don't think about the pains. Don't think about the pains.
Can I?
That shit's fucked.
Am I able to carry Muna and Fear and Whisper at the same time?
Whisper looks as if now that you have given her that shield, she is still under several levels of exhaustion, but she does seem to stand.
Pulls up Muna.
Carrying Muna's a free action.
The witch is a free action. Come on. I refuse to have this be my tomb.
I have an idea. Zarel,
What?
need a balloon.
Bloom.
I mean, if it makes you happy, man, sure, I'll put you in a balloon. It won't help you, but it will make you happy. Yeah, man.
I feel that.
You're in a balloon now.
I won't drown.
Eventually, eventually the air in that balloon will. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
Anyway, let's get outside.
We're not gonna be in the water for that long.
you guys
right?
start making your way up the stairs as soon as you start hearing cracks coming from the room you just left as a large amount of water begins to rush into the room as you leave it. There is almost a wave of water that comes out at you guys. As you are about halfway up the stairs, you see a large amount of water burst out and crash into the stairs behind you.
Jeez.
We're not finished yet.
We have to go check on Booyah. Fuck.
Right.
Now that
Either way, we have to go up.
I don't know if we can.
No, what were you so?
I'm not supposed. I can't leave this. I mean, I can leave. I totally can, but I'm not sure where.
Hestus Boa has essentially betrayed you and your king. You have no reason to listen to him.
King Hibiki, didn't we need like people to sit in a door to get in here?
yes, the door.
She can command another hole to open, can't she?
Maybe.
Well, let's find out.
Along the way, with this newfound knowledge of magic, Gilgamesh is gonna burn a lot to cast Cure on everyone and him.
That's so nice. Wow.
Don't look into it. It's out of necessity for our survival.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do it 6 times.
Cool. 6. So 1 on me, 1 for everyone, and then 1 last one. I'll save 1. Just in case something's weak to poison again.
Give me a second.
Let me dream.
Bonk, bonk.
I hope we never see another thing weak to poison again. It'll be really funny.
Go ahead and roll these d4s. Tell me whichever one you are going to use for any given person.
This one's for Zarel.
Zarel, I'd like you to gain back 9 hit points.
Okay.
And this one's Muna.
Muna, gain back 10 hit points.
Hooray!
Hibiki.
Hibiki, gain back 9 hit points.
Yay.
And I guess Whisper.
Whisper, gain back 10 hit points. And are you using one for yourself?
Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and me.
Gilgamesh, gain back 11 hit points. Gilgamesh, as you see the water rushing up behind you, as you see the others, Whisper leans down to try to help with Zarel getting the balloon of Muna up into the thing. Hibiki, you're making your way forward. You have the ball in hand. Gilgamesh, you stop at the stairs as you see that wave of water coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You look back toward the large opening that is the doorway. As you do, you find, as you look to it, standing in the room, looking back in your direction,
You fucker.
Pronouns.
as she's looking to you, she opens her mouth. The water rushes around her. She looks back to you, and she just gives a small wave of her hand.
He looks at her, he furrows his brow like he's angry, but he slowly raises his hand and mirrors her.
You see water rushing in from both sides, looking as if it's coming straight toward her. However, within a second, you notice a magic that you can only recognize as the wild magic coursing through the room, and about a second or two before the two waves hit her, she has disappeared.
He would have made a motion like as if he was going to reach out to her, but she vanishes.
Seems I'm not the only witch in your life.
Shut up and keep moving.
You guys continue to rush. As you do, you make your way up to the area where all of the chains are. As you get there, you once again bring up to Whisper that, hey, Whisper, you know, you could get us the fuck out of here. You could open up a hole, you can do something like that. She gets to this point. At this point, you guys standing where you are, there is, well, I'm gonna give a better little, let's go back to tension. Tension's fun. As you get to this area, you guys are again about like knee high in water for some of you. As you look out into the area, she raises her hand toward the chains and she's like, down! Down! The chains jiggle above her, but you do note that as soon as they do, she seems to hold her arm up toward them to a point, and then the flashing, the very slight amount of light that is coming off of her, because you guys remember, before pulling that thing out of her, the light was going so far as to completely encompass the area. It was be able to see outside, but during that fight you guys were having, it barely came off of her at all. As that light seems to come out slightly, it does not stick. She does not seem to have enough control to really do much of anything.
I did this once, and maybe it'll work again. Hibaki's around. I did this with Booyah. Infuse her with light.
We infuse her with light? How do we do that?
Will it. Like I will the darkness. Like I put that beast out.
Alright, if you say so.
Sure. He says out of magic.
I will touch her with you guys. For group support.
I'm the emotional support to Hibiki.
Hold the baby.
Hibiki and Zarel, as you guys attempt to try to give some kind of energy over to her, it doesn't look as if the light aura on her is strong enough. Even with you two trying to combine your ways to help her, trying to will something to happen, just another wave of water comes in, and now it is up to your guys' thighs.
Fuck.
I don't have enough control of this place. I don't know why. It's not listening to me.
This is a long shot, but this isn't emptied rod, do you think you could use it to help control your magic in some way? I'm trying to think.
The only other thing I can think of is getting back to the red orb.
I never really figured out how to use any of these things. I just sort of told things to do things and they did. I've never thought about doing it for anything else. I don't know how.
You haven't directed magic before?
I'm not really a magic person. You did enchanting a bit.
All right, sorry, Sorel, I have to pop the bubble for a moment.
Okay, I tried to do the bubble sound with my finger, like, you did it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's breathe for a second. I'll try and help direct you. We'll use
You can do that while you can.
Muna, as you like turn to them and you're like, let's breathe for a second, like you stop, you like intake breath, and as you exhale breath, another large thing of like water comes down from the ceiling.
Okay, do it panic.
I think that puts more water in you, Muna.
Anyway.
She tries to focus. You're trying to aid her in focusing.
Trying to hold her arms and like kind of direct her in a kind of way, using the emptied wand to kind of help her focus on something.
As you're trying to do this, as you are watching them, and as you see that they are trying to exhibit some kind of control over something, roll me for your experience and see if you can figure something out about this situation. Yeah, go ahead. Use one of those. Roll me twice. First roll.
Come on.
To 14.
Hey.
Second roll, please.
Oh. So that 21st second.
Muna,
It's
you try to get them to
altogether.
focus the magic as much as they can. But as you are trying to see this, and as you are seeing Zarel and Hibiki trying to put more magic into them, and as all of this is happening, you're noticing it's nothing to do with ineptitude from her part. She is focusing the magic. She's missing something. The magic at this point just isn't strong enough. It's only using magic that's around them. It's not using anything else. It's not using what this magic is supposed to be using.
We did kind of extract that.
I'm basically saying there's nothing she can do right now to actually do anything.
We gotta get the egg to hatch so I can do it.
Nope.
Well,
Okay.
unfortunately, it's not something we can do now. It's not that you're lacking skill. There's something blocking things, and we can imagine what it is at this moment.
We can wait until the water reaches high and swim out, maybe.
We don't have time. What if Booyah is losing to the dark side? Think. The crystal. Maybe the crystal. Maybe we can find a way to get to it.
The one that's in my room, the beacon?
Yeah.
Surely its magic must be able to do something.
From what you remember being told by Michelle, those things that they have are ways of connecting the areas to the ley lines, which would in fact give this a lot more power.
We were also told if we activated too many of them, we will in fact destroy part of the world.
Well, if we don't activate them now, we're gonna drown. Well, you're gonna drown, but you get the point.
I'll be fine.
You'll just be
Gilgamesh.
stuck here.
Gilgamesh just eyeing Zarel's gills like that's what I'm gonna block.
Well, Zarel's correct. We need to survive today. We can worry about it tomorrow.
You guys gonna make your way across the room? Head back over toward Whisper's place?
Let's go,
Yep.
baby.
Yeah.
You guys swim across. Muna, you're no longer in a bubble. You hold Poe up as high as you can.
Yeah, I realized that my imagination of how deep the water was a bit much.
Oh yeah, this place, like the room in general here, there's like hundreds of feet taken up of water. If you remember the prison area, there was 10 floors of things not in water, and that was below you, and water has filled that area. A lot of water is in here.
You said knee height, and I'm like, oh.
See, it's not that the water is high; it's that everyone's like an NBA player, and you're like,
Well, it's also you guys are on a higher position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's knee height, but if you jump into the next room, you will sink like hundreds of feet.
Yay!
So this room, I'm fine.
You guys, you have to cross this room, which is why I'm saying you hold Poe up.
Yeah.
Help that thing.
This room is okay.
As you guys get across, I'd say through any kind of means, you have several ways of actually having things work slightly with you. You make your way to the opposite side. You start making your way going downstairs. You note that the two water areas off to the sides here are exploding outwards, sending water all over this room. You find that the water currently, as you guys go down into this area, is somewhat lower than it was in the other room, but it is still relatively high. It's around like your calf height right now. Most things in the room at that point are probably destroyed or hurt. The paints are gone.
Sorry, buddy.
Nah. You guys rush your way to the other side. The one thing that isn't gone is a large wall of fire.
What?
What is this?
Oh yeah, I got Hades' help to stop him from messing with the orb. He was trying to get to the under forest.
Oh.
Things to unpack later.
Could you unfire it?
Great Rubicanti, my friends are here. The fire can be lowered. Because remember, he asked him to lift up the fire until his friends arrived.
Hibiki gets into religion.
All right.
Thank you.
Did he straight up just say, "Oh, worm"?
Oh, worm? Begs it.
A bunch of steam comes up as the fire disappears.
Okay.
Oh, worm?
The reverb really made it.
Yeah. Like he was literally like not even looking this way for the most part. He's like, oh.
Yeah, it was like reading a book, and it's like, oh
He's
shit.
he's literally like, eventually the water will allow them to leave through the window up there. They'll be fine if they can open that door. Hopefully they can open that door. Turns page on his book.
They'll figure it out.
They'll figure it
Link's
out.
finger turns page.
Anyway, to the orb.
You guys
Yes,
rush
the orb.
over. As you guys get in front of the orb, you guys look to it. You look back over to where Whisper is. They go to grab onto it. There is a bit of a flicker from the doorway that's here. As it flickers, a bunch of water rushes in, but then the flicker comes back and the water is stopped in its tracks once more. As she looks to it, I guess I just try to give it whatever I have in me.
We need to raise this place back up.
I'll try. As she brings it forward. If you guys remember, the other beacon that you guys had lit, one of them, you had gotten a already activated thing from the Cocklacott mansion. The other one you guys had to pour magic into.
Well, boys.
And if you remember from what happened with Muna, it has to be 4 different kinds of magic.
Let's get an elemental, baby.
I have no magic.
Yeah.
I've got
We'll just make Muna do it twice, whatever.
I don't have wind.
Someone use a healing spell on it. That's still an element.
I don't see why you guys are having a problem. You guys have someone who can use fire magic right here.
Oh yeah.
Well, they-
Little
Yes.
guy.
but yes, but okay.
And then you can use blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
But,
I'll
Isn't that water?
Whenever you were
It's-
using blizzard before, it was fine. Not to mention, if you're worried about that, you can just have Zarel use balloon, which is force.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Powers of the universe.
Powers of the
As
universe.
long as balloon is useful.
As long as
I'm
we
happy.
can use balloon, I'm happy.
You know what? All right. If I must.
Balloon is force damage.
It is force
Yeah.
damage. Not to
That's
mention,
sick.
whenever you guys had used water and blizzard earlier, it was fine as well. So,
Yeah.
as
Because they're two different spells.
exactly, as the four of you feed in as much magic as you can into this thing, you guys find for a moment that magic combined with the natures you guys have of darkness and light begins to shine outward. As it does, she pushes everything she has into this orb. She falls, the magic that was keeping her up essentially also going with it. As she pushes it all there. Her sincerest wish of this place will be granted. And how to change it to her specifications. The area around you shakes. The light shines a bright red throughout the place. As it does, outside, during the big ol' fight happening out here, that, by the way, has had more people join it in this time. There would be 2 more people here. Where are they at?
Donald, Goofy.
No. No, that's not the 2. That's not them.
Heartless Donald. Heartless Goofy.
Hey, Donald. Hey, Goofy.
Wait, is that Luffy?
It's kind of Goku and Luffy. I don't know, man.
How dare you? Fucking.
Yeah, that was right. He would come.
We all see from a bird's eye view of this, because I want to, because these guys are being badasses out here.
Let them show up.
Let them have their goods. Let them fucking go. You guys find that's not the correct one. This one. Yeah. You guys find Booya as well as Ragna jumping all over this thing, slicing at it, tiny little jolts of electricity coming from them. You find I mean Ramu, not Ragna. You find Ragna almost looking like he's flying, going in and out of this thing, punching it with all he can. How could he fly though? That's weird.
It's not weird. It's normal.
How the fuck are teaching you to fly like that?
You
Even
see
he can
Prescott
fly.
shooting out toward this thing with what appears to be these bullets that seem to come out from him, from his gun, that do seem to shoot out white flames.
He's using it.
As
He's starting to believe.
this dark side is the only thing remaining, all of these guys had no chance to fight against them. They're all fucking out. Even the ones that showed up, they tried to turn around. It did not work out for it. They couldn't run away a second time.
I got caught by Ragnar.
As through their powers combined, the dark side falls down to a knee. It begins to screech out, holding its hands out as more Heartless begin to start appearing from its hands. as about a dozen more shadows begin to look like they're growing out from him. And finally, from the heart in the center of it, a large blast appears to start gathering its energy. But as soon as that red light flies out from this place, just like the last time one of these things got caught in the center of a beacon being lit, it looks over to it. It stops its attack. It looks like it's gonna take 2 steps like back, like, no. And then it is completely eviscerated by light.
Fantastic. That's another dark side down. We were making good progress.
That's the first dark side we killed in 30 sessions.
We're making great progress.
We're making good progress, baby.
It's easy when you have the insta-kill mechanic.
The entire area rumbles. You guys find yourselves for a moment still here. You find all of the water receding from this place, going out the way it came, back toward the stairs. You find that the ground you're standing upon rumbles and begins to lift. Eventually, as this place is changing to them, to their liking, you find yourselves looking upwards toward a light that is coming down from above. And you see moonlight. Just above you, you can see bloop, this area. As if there has been a skylight added to her room.
Huh. Are we outside right now?
The entire castle has reconstructed. As you guys come out, you don't see anything new on the outside of here, because she's never seen the outside of here really, so she didn't know what to change up here. You guys look back down, you find that the area below you, all of the water that was there that was not there previously, which is to say everything except for the pool and the bath, is completely devoid of any kind of water damage. You guys hear from behind you a humongous rush of water, as if a wave or like a dam was released behind this place.
Uh-oh.
As Hibiki, you say, uh-oh, you turn around and you go to look, as you see just an entire wash of water explode out from the back of this castle.
Well, we'll worry about the ecological damages later, I guess.
It's like the fucking scene from Naruto where Sasuke thinks, I did more damage, sees the back and just...
As through Whisper's amazing, wonderful mind, her way of fixing things is, nah, this place is cool already. I'll just put a skylight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, baby.
And
I'm keeping it good.
And I'll get rid of all those unnecessary rooms.
I'll put a skylight and, oh my god, is that a PS5?
Hibiki, as you are looking back there, you note, upon jumping up and looking out, that the entirety of the backside of this castle seems to be nothing but a solid, almost extremely deep black stone is the entirety of the other side of this cliff face. Literally, they just filled up everything else that was in here.
Ah.
Can't flood it if everything's full.
She went into the MC World Builder and just filled the entire place.
It's fine. If you guys ever want to do anything with it, you can dig down. It's whatever.
Whatever.
Hey, listen, it just means that we get more resources of stone by digging into the building.
You guys raise up with with Whisper, the rest of you that are there, you guys are literally on the surface of this place now, looking down into Whisper's old room as the beacon is directly beneath you, shining a light upwards and around this place, very similar to the light that came out from the lighthouse. In fact, eventually the deep red of the light seems to fade until it's almost translucent. There is a slight, very slight reddish hue over everything, but it is essentially invisible.
Wouldn't that just make it pink?
No.
Nice try.
Because it's like this is like red, but then if I wanted to go to pink, and I do this, and like this is like
here's
pink.
the thing.
You know,
Here's how you understand it. They're both red, they're both pink.
Don't worry,
Whatever you say is symbolic of the scene.
Hooray.
What matters the most. We did it.
what matters the most is my room's okay.
Yeah. Your room is okay.
Blah.
And she's out.
Night Fury seems to lay back, looking at you guys for a second, and she's just like,
Hungry?
take care of me and bring me food. She lays down.
No.
Sure.
Only on one condition.
She's out.
You can say your condition.
You have to say please.
Please.
Close enough.
You guys hear from the other side the stomping of several feet. Rushing out from the other side, you see your boys. You see Boya.
Boys and girls.
You see Prescott. Boys as with an I. It's gender neutral.
Oh my gosh.
You see leading the pack is Ramu. Behind them is Boya. Felice somewhere. Ragna and Prescott taking up the rear. You guys have done it. You have lit another beacon. If we look at the map, I'm gonna make a very nice little safe zone here. Just like before, it's not nearly as big as the one at the lighthouse. The one that's over here at the mountain, for example, I already showed you was like that big. It just literally encompassed the building.
Right.
It's the same here. It literally just kind of encompasses the building.
Okay.
You can see the edge of it very, very close, same as day. However, just like before, you guys will not have seen this in for reals, but when another lighthouse is lighted,
Lightened.
Ignited. Oh, that's a way bigger increase.
more area is protected in the middle of the town.
It's time to crouch on peace taker territory. I like it.
Yeah.
We did as expected. He succeeded.
Well, it's good to know that things ended well.
I suppose I didn't realize you guys were changing this place as we were fighting.
We had
We didn't quite know either.
There's a lot that happened.
We have much to
Meet
discuss.
Poe.
Hello, Poe. Is that another Dream Eater?
Yes.
Yes.
And it seems Ramu was familiar with it.
And there's also a trickster there. I hope they made it out all right. They are gaseous, so I don't think they got too affected.
Oh. Thumbs back. The Night Fury.
Interesting. Prescott steps forward.
They are starved.
Starved?
At least
Quite,
among
actually.
perhaps
They have
2
not
or
eaten
3.
in quite a while. Since once more that we brought them.
You see Prescott dig into a bag that he has. As he does, you mean one of these? As he pulls out a s'more, a large-looking sandwich-like object that is a s'more.
Yeah, why the way like that?
Yeah, we found a guy in the forest.
Oh yeah, we know he was a great guy.
We had aided him on our travels.
It was something about we had to eat them for friendship or something.
Well, why aren't you eating them for friendship?
Oh, we were hungry, but then all of a sudden that thing started peeking out of the woods, and
No, I understand.
we thought you guys might have been in trouble, so we ran this way.
All right, we do appreciate it that you did that now that you're saying it.
Well, either way, I think we can all agree that the next action we should take is to have a feast.
Prescott's just like going over, just like, you want this? You wanna wake up and eat? You don't wanna
Well,
settle?
when they wake
There
up, we
is-
have to set up the feast.
There's a settlement that needs your help.
I'll mark on your map.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I'll mark him.
I'd like to imagine that's just an in-joke in his world.
Like he's aware of the meme, he just plays into it.
No, it's actually my family creed.
Oh, fucking shoot me.
It's there to tell you that there's always someone who needs your help.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
worse than the Dunwich Border Brothers.
There's always
And
more
deep-
good you can do. Is how it means.
And deep within my code, soul, I also have a narrow shot my knee.
There
Because they
Is-
use the system.
In Whisper Sleep, they do reach up and grab the sandwich s'more, and bring it back down to them as they start nibbling on it in their sleep.
Is that what I look like? I don't get curious.
No, you're
There is-
usually sitting on a pile of something.
He pretty much does turn to Zarel and Mona and to Ibuki. There is something else.
There's a lot. You go first.
Do we start from worst to best or best to
Yeah, it'd
worst?
be
'Cause I
great
feel I
if-
have a pretty good one.
It'd be great if you guys could let us know. We took care of the dark side, but what was going on with you? Are you all right?
Before any of that, in my haste, I encouraged and caused us to have difficulties. I am sorry, Muna, Zarel, Hibiki. I should not have encouraged you to leave us, and I should not have pulled that beast before telling either of you of what I intended.
No, there's nothing to apologize to, Gilgamesh. After all, we're quite alive, aren't we?
I would say it's quite all right, but
If Maki
I will
didn't show up,
under-
we would have
If I-
died.
Well, aren't we lucky you have such a good friend? Why are you quiet?
I suppose.
Besides, I think we got something pretty good out of it.
What's that egg there?
It's a cherish egg.
Oh, it seems like it, yeah.
It's not just a cherish egg. It gave birth.
What?
It's new. It's a new egg.
What were you doing down there?
There's a lot that was happening.
Sit.
they were
Thank you,
going in
Gilgamesh.
their mouth.
you help deliver an egg?
No, you can't. No, the eggs don't. That's not how it works.
We violently ripped it from a beast's throat.
And
Oh, they were
cherish eggs
eating
don't
it.
Quite. You can't.
The fuck?
No,
No.
it was not.
The point is, this is exciting.
Yeah, Zarel, no
Nature's
matter
beautiful.
what no matter whatever is going through your head, you don't understand, but you feel in your bones this egg has never existed before.
This is a new bitch, and
This
I'm
is
excited.
new egg.
This is a new egg. Boy, you don't understand. Ow.
Sorry, Ramo.
Why'd you climb on it? I don't understand.
I have bad pathfinding.
By the way, speaking of egg, Cerberus Magician gave $60 and said prestige the realm's child.
Yes!
Let's go.
Yes!
Prestige
Let's
the egg.
go.
Hey,
I'm out of space. Sorry, Ramo.
just dancing around. I guess you're just spinning around with the egg then.
Yeah.
Egg.
Great.
No worry. I can take care of that. Hold on. Yeah!
Gilgamesh, thank you for your apology.
No.
And you're not wrong. We all would have died had your Maki, you said her name was, not helped us. Hestus Boa is a bastard and an evil man.
Dr. Hestus.
Right, you were going to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Toot, toot.
Had you not actually suggested me going to go get the orb, we would not have found out this soon how terrible that man is.
What happened?
He's been, for the past 10 years, draining Night Fury, or Whisper as her name actually is. She forgot her own name because of his experiments. Has been sucking her, and I guess Siphius before her, of like the Fury power, whatever that actually is. He was starving her here, and today was essentially him going to let her drown to death.
So he might have already got everything he needed from her, and so he was trying to get rid of her?
Mm-hmm. The other thing was that he was trying to get into the underforest, but I was able to drive him away from that.
That place is completely, like, sealed off, though.
There's an entrance here connected to the beacon. He was going to flood this place so nobody could probably follow him. Whatever he's trying to get down there, but I drove him away, thankfully. Not only that, he tried to use an illusion of King Akron to say that Akron was with him, that he summoned his master, that he approved of everything Hestus was doing. An illusion. The entire time. And I don't think he was never here.
Isn't that what you guys found on the computers back in the other place as well?
Mm-hmm.
You guys had said that whenever it was there, like, that it was like the kingdom doing things, meaning it was Lord Akron.
It was it was Boa pretending.
Mm-hmm. And at least this also confirms that from the chair up there, the guardian of the second dragon said that only two people have ever been here. Night Fury was fooled by the illusion. Akron has never stepped foot here. And it's really... that upsets me for her sake. She's extremely loyal to him. He also has control over the Heartless. He even opened up a weird dark portal to leave.
That's quite loaded. That's a lot.
Like how the
Of course,
dark.
when he was there with Duke Cocklacott, who we know turned into a fucking Heartless, it seems he's connected to him. And now he has the idea in his head to go after Lord Cube and probably ally himself with him. Thanks to what happened here.
That is a consequence we will face when the time is right. But you learned
I would have died
quite a
fighting
lot.
him. I practically did, but he has this weird ability. He broke my dagger because I stabbed him and weird green goo came out of him. And then when he put his finger in his mouth and I guess spit down or something, he spewed out the gunk. He could do it 3 times, and the third time that shit wiped me out. That was too powerful. Completely bypassing my shield.
His blood. Is it?
Well, it
He's
does make
extremely
sense.
dangerous.
It makes sense of that powerful. I expected to see them appear. That amount of water I thought was continuously being controlled, but you're saying they left.
I was able to
yet all
drive them
that-
off.
Yet all that flooding. That wasn't the case of opening a hole up where they're under the ocean. That water was magic.
We've been getting a lot of reports of places up here back before even those bugs started showing up. The area around here has been getting a much higher amount of water for the past probably year or so. Keeps freezing over like it always does, but it's piling up. Whenever we were on our way through, motions over toward Boya and Ragna, when we were on our way through, we noticed that a lot of the larger piles and a lot of the areas that were known as the frozen section of this place was completely thawed. He might have been drawing in water from the entirety of the surface here.
The
And then
man
we
at the man at the campfire, he mentioned something causing the flooding now. A source. It may not have been Boa. It's something else that might still be here. Well, as eager as I am to crush whatever that is, I know better than to charge it in my state. Perhaps we all are.
Yes.
Oh, that's what. Hold on. They you see Boya make their way over to Zarel. As they looked at everybody. We came here for a reason.
Oh, what is it?
That thing was sighted in the city.
That thing?
The one that you guys were talking about from the manor. That
Where?
armor thing?
I thought
In the city?
Oh, the what?
Yeah, we found it. We don't know exactly where it's at, but whenever I was messing around with some of the ones in those armors before, whenever we were patrolling around and looking through different things, they were lighting things further beyond their reach. They've apparently been able to make their way further out from the places they were once at. But as they were going out further, they saw it. That thing was able to piece itself together. It's been floating around, I believe, the central north of the city. Around where the museum used to be.
Of course.
Half the matter.
There's nothing there from what I've gone over and looked through it. Whoever went into that place completely sucked it dry, but apparently that's where the sightings have been. I don't think it's going to be going anywhere else. Whenever I was looking at everything, those white lights have been really far extended through the city. There's only so many places it can run away to now. It either has to go out of the city, which is good for us, at least it gets it away from all the survivors, or it needs to step into those lights, at which point those peace takers will be able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
We basically have it completely centered, or cornered, I guess.
They'll be more desperate than ever.
I was getting
Perhaps
everyone ready
we
after I was getting everyone ready after our training because I felt that might be what you guys might want to try to do next. Once that thing is gone, we might be able to let people go back to their homes.
Yes, and we shouldn't leave them cornered for too long, because the more desperate a creature feels, the more dangerous they become. And I'd rather them bring the danger when we're fighting rather than before.
Ragna goes over towards you, Muna, as you say that. Well, that is true. These things are also getting stronger by the day. That being said, all of you look like you are, I'm gonna be honest, the worst I've seen you, even after all that training.
You should see the other guy.
You physically can't. It is disintegrating.
That makes me proud. I'm glad that the training worked out.
It was dumb.
The training helped immensely.
As much
We
as
will
I know
engage in
all
the
of you,
struggle.
as much as I know all of you want to go after that thing, you need to wait up at least a few days, maybe a day or so.
Of course. we need a feast for a friend. We also need to rest.
Sorry, I'm done. Go on.
Okay, it's okay, Zero.
We need to give Zero their halls.
Okay.
Oh, I need holes.
Fucking Christ.
We're gonna have to make our way all the way back, though, right?
We have a raft.
This place, the last time we activated a beacon, it connected to the lighthouse one at the library.
Yeah,
This place should be similar, right?
You hear whispers like, "It's right down there." They have marshmallow in their hair.
Good for her.
They are pointing downwards.
Look.
As you guys look down into the skylight of the area, you guys note the wall is still there that would apparently lead you guys into the underforest. However, this place is not connected to the ground or the underground anymore.
Ah.
As you guys look down, and as they say it's right there, you notice the wall somewhat flicker. Bloop. And you see what appears to be a tunnel behind it.
Secret tunnel.
That's the thing I don't know anything about, so that's probably the who's a what's it's or something.
Thank you, Whisper.
It's just really good.
They're really good, aren't they?
Does anyone have a power beam to open the door? Maybe a missile? I've been playing a lot of Metroid. I apologize.
Who's a what, sis? I thought that was called a tunnel.
Again, as I mentioned before, the thing flickered away and showed the thing behind
Yeah. Yeah, he's pointing to the tunnel. He's like, never mind.
it.
Let's get over to the main thing. We need to talk to Michelle as well. Because something has occurred to me now. With what we've seen with Acheron and Estes.
It will die, Ibiki, whatever that creature is. He's proven to be an enemy. If he stands with that cube creature, they will die together. But that is for tomorrow.
Ragnar and
Sorry,
Prescott.
I'm trying to communicate, but I have to cough as well, so I'm having to fight it. And also,
Ragnar and Prescott
Well-
make their way back to Whisper and go to help them get up. One of them immediately notices that they have gone limp like a cat that doesn't want to move. So one of them picks them up from the shoulders, the other one from the legs.
Woo!
Ragnar's sitting here like I could probably just do it myself, but you know, whatever.
Prescott wants to help.
You guys find, as soon as all of you stand atop of the little skylight area, that the glass of the new skylight does just simply lower you all down into the room. Hibiki, being near the orb, you note that as soon as you guys get near it, the door does come back up. However, the orb area had began to shift when that happened. As you would make your way over to it, putting any of your hand anywhere near the dang thing, the door seems to open up immediately. It looks like she can close it from this side in case she's doing anything or doesn't want you guys to be near her.
And I'm sure the top glass can also dim.
Just fucking, you just see Boa again, putting his face against the glass, staring down at her with her feet. With her feet picks.
don't do that.
I mean, somebody had to be selling them.
I mean, apparently it wasn't. Apparently it wasn't Lord Dragon. Apparently it wasn't Lord Akron.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
It really makes it worse.
Does that mean that he was having her believe Lord Akron was selling her pee pics?
It was already bad. This is worse.
I was so
Yeah.
flattered.
Better on our minds.
I was so flattered. My king loved my feet.
Okay,
Your
guys.
king never saw your
Let-
feet, girl.
Let's fix this. Let's fix this. It was
A
the
faker
Neo's
saw your feet.
No, it was the Neo Shadow. The Neo Shadow kept buying the feet pics.
You guys find yourselves as you step out from that section. You guys reappear at the mountain. You guys come out from the mountainside. Looking around, you see the large machine that you guys had given the beacon to before, just sort of rumbling off in that section.
We are not at the library.
At which point you hear, "Oh, you opened up another one?
Yes.
Yay!"
Goodbye. He doesn't actually say that. Anyway, he just watches this fucking
We're
idiot
just
float
in the
away.
tube from the Wreck-It Ralph world in the mobile games of Kingdom Hearts.
Shit.
You guys know that all you have to do is go to the other side to get there.
Yeah, just find the other door. It's fine.
I'm glad you remembered which side was the side that we actually went into, or the
You know,
Yeah.
this,
library.
this was a hypothetical spell I was unable to master in my world. We called it fast travel.
All of you step out from the main section. As you do, you find yourselves out of the mountain, out of the forest, into the library. As you find yourself in the library, however, immediately upon stepping in, you find crackling lightning going throughout everything around the area. All coming from the prison that Michelle is in. As
Thought
you
we had
see
more time.
lightning coming off of it, beginning to strike at the books all around the area. You
Well,
see
that cannot be good.
as soon as the charges strike a book, it almost completely just destroys the cover, sending pages flying everywhere. As this is happening,
Shit.
as these like little bolts of electricity are going literally everywhere, you find there is a yelling coming from the center of it. You guys hear Michelle
Run,
crying
run.
out.
Michelle.
Joe!
Shit.
Yeah.
Back away!
Um.
You see, as he says that, as you guys rush forward, one of those jolts had landed right in front of where you guys were standing. The area has seemingly gone haywire, and it is starting to strike everything around. You look at the two statues that are off to the sides, they look as if they are cracked, as if the energy has struck into them as well.
What happened?
Are you all right?
Trying to take control!
Who did?
As Boya looks around. Do you guys have any strength left?
I have.
We have enough. What do you need?
Always.
It looks like there's too much energy around here. I could try to lock it down.
Anything as long as it helps.
They rush off into the center. They flourish their keyblade for a bit. As they do, you guys get to the position where you were at last time, where the two lighties with you make your way over and begin to try to give some light power.
Don't say the other way.
Yeah, no, wait, let's stop right there. And the darkness infused ones.
I was gonna say the shadows. What are you
Sure,
guys talking
okay,
about?
yes.
I'm like,
Uh-oh.
as you guys make your way there, she looks forward. A beam of energy looks like it's starting to build at the end of her keyblade when you hear, "No, I have it!" Michelle is calling out for you guys to not do it.
I believe in him.
Yoimish
Wait.
Shit.
Yeah.
puts a hand on the keyblade,
Are you sure?
pushes it down.
If he says he can do it.
No
If you
no one here will be harmed.
He won't fail.
As he says this, the energy begins to grow out further and further. It looks like it is about to strike down where all of you are. As it does, however, jumping out in front of the electricity is a Ramu.
Ramu.
As the electricity strikes at Ramu, Ramu looks like they get struck by it, like they're about to get flung out by it, but instead just sort of levitates there for a minute.
Yummy.
Gilgamesh, I have one magic. I have a magic left.
What do you want to do?
I want to cast resistance on Ramu.
Yeah,
Take half damage.
easy.
Reduce damage.
Yeah, def. As
Just like a reflex, Gilgamesh protects Ramu.
you throw up your arms, you go to try to grab at Ramu. As you do, you have the geo magic going through your conduit. You strike up at Ramu, and Ramu does seem to resist whatever this is. Finally, as Ramu sits there, suspended, you kind of holding them up at this point, they spread out their hands as the electricity just goes out and away from all of you. Because Ramu is a fucking thunder god.
Thank you, Ramu. You're so cool.
You hear
I have been calling them a powerful deity.
you hear one last screeching yell, almost as if they're going hoarse from it, come from Michel.
You can do it, Michel.
The energy extremely quickly, suddenly and without warning, disperses and just gets extremely small around them as it seems to coalesce into one spot. There is a strike down of a lot of electricity. The pages that were ripped from all the pages of all the books from the library, there's still books here, but like about half of them have literally just had their covers disintegrated and their papers added to the storm.
Like everything above like this line here is just gone. It's gone.
As that happens, the light around seems to dim. And you guys see a silhouette standing in the center of it all. A white silhouette with a slightly dark outline. As it stands, looking around, looking toward all of you, looking to its hands, you can sort of see through it. But they do look up at you all. There we go. That's better.
Michel?
So you did take control.
I've been thinking that this might happen. We've overpowered the prison.
Good. Do you need healing? We just got healing.
Yeah,
back.
can we do anything for you? You look amazing. You're a silhouette, but you look amazing.
I'm fine. Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to come to terms with this. I wasn't feeling solid before. I was just thoughts written down on paper, and now I'm back. Somewhat. Not fully. Hopefully this isn't what's left of me. 40 years is a long time.
You are... Does this mean that you're free? Does this mean that you...
No, I still don't think I can leave the library. I might not be able to even leave this room, or maybe leave a certain radius of this thing, but the energy has been enough to make me no longer be influenced by this place. At least in that way. It should no longer be dangerous to make your way to me if you ever did decide to. So that's good. Perhaps I can more freely give you my information now.
Are you still in constant pain, or?
I feel numb, slightly.
I can imagine that looked like a lot.
Everything about me is tingling as if it's new, or like I haven't used them in a long while. I guess that's true. You lit another beacon.
Out of necessity, but yes.
Not only that, but you rescued an extremely strong person and connected them with it as well.
There's a lot that's happened in just the past, I don't know, hour.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
The last time I remember, you are making your way over toward the prison down in the lower sections.
And we succeeded in our endeavors and rescued someone as well.
Yes, people told me that you had made your way back, but I didn't see you, I don't think.
We left immediately towards the mountains.
We were against time, one would say, so we had to move quickly.
Indeed.
No, you did wonderfully.
Uh,
You see them sort of, at this point, like, sit down on the ground.
It's like, this is so crazy.
As he like slowly lowers himself down, he just sort of sits down, legs crossed on the ground, looking around. Again, no features are really showing up on them. You can sort of see like slight things, almost like he is wearing clothes, from what you can tell.
He's not naked, good news.
But the clothes themselves aren't showing anything. You find that whenever he is moving, there appears to be hair in the silhouette. He's just sort of looking about the area in a somewhat confused state.
Can you feel the ground?
Hold on.
Or is it like a thinking about it situation?
No, I can feel it. It's cold.
That's good. That means that you're not completely numb to everything.
But are you unfortunately getting hunger again? Or are you not there yet?
I don't know. To be honest, whenever all of that happened, I started taking in a lot more knowledge. Those books that I destroyed, unfortunately, they are gone, but I believe they are still here. I feel like the information is with me, which is good. A library isn't made to destroy books.
Now I know all about One Piece.
I do understand. I can't believe they went through that many chapters for that kind of an ending. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
Remember to clip this. Let's see if it ages well or not.
Watch it not age well at all.
We're gonna be dead by the time that happens. It's never gonna work.
It's true.
God.
How do I outlive us all?
One Piece will outlive us all.
Just like Dragon Ball and everything else that refuses to die. Anyway.
It's not refusing to die. It just has a lot of characters.
Just
Look, it's not refusing to die. It just has a lot of character.
there's not a lot of stories to tell. I promise to get. Anyway, there is a lot that needs to be discussed, and some of it actually involves the peace takers.
If you're gonna talk about them, I think maybe we should try to get this one over to some food first. We'll make our way over, but if you have any new information on them, please tell me.
We found their old founder.
Interesting.
He is confused as to what happened to his order.
Prescott looks over toward everybody over there. Yeah, so am I. I'm confused too. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna leave now.
Ragnar and Prescott will take Whisper to go and get food.
Ugly.
The rest of you, Booya, and Booya and Ramu and Mfali are still here.
Michelle, I know this is a huge ask of you right now with what happened.
No, I'm perfectly fine. You can ask me whatever.
Do you remember anything from when you were sealed into this at all?
You ask if I remember the day that I was sent to here. Yeah, I do.
Are you 100% certain that it was Akron himself that did this?
Deception could happen to anyone. So, despite me being sure that it's them, perhaps I'm wrong. But I am very confident that it was Lord Akron who did this to me.
I don't know much about him or you or what y'all went through together, but from what I can tell, putting you into something like this doesn't seem like something he would want to do. He seems like the more decisive and immediate action type than slowly turning you into a book of knowledge.
Do you know him?
We met him on the dam briefly. That's how we found out through Gilgamesh smelling him. But for the past 10 years, Whisper was being tricked by an illusion of him.
An illusion?
Akron stinks of blood. No matter how old, he still smells fresh.
Who?
Hestus Boa.
Hestus, really?
He has been siphoning fury out of her and Siphius. He's controlling the Heartless. He nearly killed me today with power that I don't really understand.
A
He
Cherish
performed horrible experiments in the north.
A Cherish is bringing these terrible things to the world of Cherish.
At least at least he's aligned himself with them.
He performed inhumane experimentation in the mountains that got the attention of Rubicanti, who enacted swift justice on everyone except him because he got away.
He always seemed incredibly loyal to the crown.
He's calling himself God nowadays. I don't think there's much loyalty left in him.
Very interesting. And this Whisper, they were something for them as well?
They took the place of the Night Fury. But they have been starved and drained of their life magic, among other unknowable things.
I see.
For some reason, he was trying to get into the Underforest. But now that way has been sealed thanks to opening the beacon there.
Another thing. There was a great beast trapped within Night Fury. A Heartless, a mix of her and Siphius's being. We managed to secure a new Cherished egg out of it.
Yes, what? Oh, there you go. You spawned in my hand.
They scrambled to their feet. A new Cherish egg.
A new Cherish egg.
Zarel is confident, and I am inclined to believe them.
I have no idea how. I have no idea why, but it appears to be completely new.
Neat knowledge like that comes to Dragonkind too.
That has never happened in written history.
You people should learn to write things down better.
History has been rather well documented, but
Clearly not.
clearly so. That means this is new. Something that has not happened before.
And we can thank dear old Dr. Hestus for it, I guess.
I would rather kill him.
Was his goal to make a new Cherish?
I doubt it.
We're
It's
not
gotta be an
sure.
accident, for all I can see.
The beast was imprisoned deep inside Night Fury's being, her soul.
From
He
She
had
was
no
going
interest
to.
in her.
From what they
She
said,
was
they
go-
were planning on leaving her down in the ground or down underwater to die. So I doubt it. Because that would have killed her and then one less egg,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Perhaps just a side effect then.
Whatever he did, it matters little in the grand scheme of he's gone too far in other things. He needs to be put down.
I do not know what to tell you about Lord Akron. If each of you have met Lord Akron, I would love to know how you feel about him, but apart from that, I can't say that 40 years is not a long time. Perhaps he has changed, or perhaps there is a small chance that Hestus had done this even whenever I was free and caused all of this. But before anything, a new Cherish egg. No, before anything, we must figure out now if we have finally overpowered the prison here. I feel close. Perhaps another one will retrieve my form.
Do you think he will be alerted if you are free?
I believe at this point, even if I was alerted, I might be able to protect this place. I may not be as strong as I was, but I also may be stronger. There's
makes
only
sense.
one
You're-
way to find out.
That would make sense. You're basically connected to several of these lighthouses through this ritual. This
And if
prison.
I were to reclaim my form, then I could leave this place and allow the world to take back that energy.
There is an issue that we've found out through the Guardian of the Second Dragon. Depending on how many more lighthouses we light, it could destroy part of the world.
You
All
see
the
him look to
cherishes.
you as you say that. Destroy part of the world.
That's
Your
what
world.
his warning was.
Cherish this world. It's very different than mine, perhaps even Luna's. It does not seem to be able to handle an abundance of magic. Where I'm from, every single molecule was infused with more mana than you could ever imagine. But here, apparently, too much and will cause cataclysmic consequences for the world.
That doesn't make sense to me.
We are basically cracking open vents of pure energy off these ley lines.
But would it not be similar to your worlds then? Yours and Muna's? If we were to release energy into the air, energy that this place already has, would it not be good for it? Why would it destroy it?
Were this world able to work in the magics of my world, I would be unstoppable when I get my form back.
Just to be
But
certain,
the
how
world's
many
rules here are
lighthouses, how many beacons have we lit this far?
I think
This
3?
is technically your third.
3. Wasn't it like 8?
Mhm.
You said, or
Something like that.
There's 8.
yeah,
From
8.
what the
8.
chair,
Okay.
what the Guardian said, lighting 4 beacons is pushing it. 5 would be dangerous, and any more will destroy part of the world. At the very least, since we've only gotten 3 of them, one more, and that gets you out of this. I'm willing to take that risk.
Yes, and then we can decide more as that comes. If
Still-
we do not have to worry too much, then one more beacon, I believe, is all I need.
I know where there's another ley line. We all know. We discovered it in the prison.
Yes?
The floating island.
Ah. That might be difficult.
We have a raft.
No, it's just what that place is might be difficult.
Hmm.
Not many people know this. That place, it is strange. It is filled with lost technology.
Great.
It is essentially a relic of the previous world. The one from before dragons and kings, the one where the Cherished were first created. Similarly to other underground dungeons, it is almost propelled by that lost technology, moving around where it would be. That might be a difficult one to grasp. Perhaps it might be best to go for another first.
The found technology of this world is already confounding. Lost technology will not stop me either.
Though on the flip side, if we were to get that one, essentially that would be a floating beacon. If it's at least bigger than if its radius is big enough, it should just start killing Heartless wherever it flies, right?
Oh, it is floating
Floats.
upon the water.
Yes.
Right, I thought you said in the sky. That's my bad.
It is floating upon the water.
If for no other reason, we should go there because a flying airship powered by light has crashed there.
No, it is not crashed there.
It's not crashed. I thought it was on the lost island, on the floating
No.
island.
The airship's
Oh, it's
over here.
It's on the other one. Oh my
Yeah.
god! I thought it landed here where all the nightmares will be.
Nope, it's
No,
right
it's
here.
still. We
Never
can
mind, my
walk to
bad.
where it is.
Yeah,
from,
never
where
mind.
the
Forget I said anything.
Believe me, we all just forgot a bunch of facts. It's fine.
It's been a while.
I
We've
can
been dealing.
feel that that place is going to be important for you. But I also worry, since that place is so close to the oncoming storm, it may be difficult for you to perform anything there. Not to mention,
Well,
even understanding exactly where it is difficult. I do know now, because of the ley lines you have made, where several other places could be that house beacons. But it is up to you, obviously. I am not one that leads you or controls you.
Mhm.
We have been told that the island is immobile at the moment. Months.
Shall I tell you the information that I have?
Please.
You will find that I understand where 3 great powers are. I'm unsure if these powers are beacons or not, but they feel like they should be. Potentially they are similar. One you will find in the guarded forest to the east, underneath the ancient mounds.
Oh.
Oop.
Okay. That's where that is.
Unfortunately, that is also where the more elite guard, the ones that have taken that entire forest are for the king, are stationed. I would not recommend going there either. But that is one. What I would recommend is potentially the one down to the south. That would be the one that is at the very beginning of the forest. You will find that there is an entire city that is made of similar lost technologies. Bloop. It used to be a ruin. Now we call it the City of Ruins. It is actually very nice from what the last time I went there. It's sort of a tourist attraction almost. I feel a great power coming from that place. And finally, I feel another one coming from a place you had already mentioned to me before. And now that you've said it, and now that we've seen it, I feel it is extremely similar. The one that is mostly likely to be what we're looking for. And that would be off to the east, or off to the west.
village on the peninsula.
From what I remember of that place, there used to be a great saying about a shipyard that was there. Pirates and whatnot would have made their way there. Almost a den of treasure, a cove, and a sort of safe haven for pirate activity. I don't believe that the king would have allowed that to continue, but I still feel energy there. Perhaps they had stolen something at one point, or perhaps they had hidden it away. I do not know, but I feel a strong sense of sadness and power coming from that direction. And of course, there is the final one that you have just spoke to me about on the floating isle. If you plan to go there, the lost technology there would be difficult for us to maneuver around at the current time, but it could be useful. I don't really understand much to that, however, and again, you would be dangerously close to the oncoming storm. If you feel that you have the power necessary to repel it already, then perhaps it might be best.
I know I'm not strong enough to kill Storm yet.
There is one more thing. If you're looking for lost technology of a similar make as the one at the floating isle, you need only make your way down toward the Peacekeepers area. I do not feel that there is a beacon there, but I do think that the area beneath where that flame you had all spoke of before may be connected to that same lost technology.
If I recall that map right, isn't that basically what it was saying? That the Peacekeeper is tied to the one on the floating island?
He's right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if it's connected to the floating isle in general. Again, the lost technology doesn't have to connect to anything. We don't understand it at all. It is far too advanced. Whatever that technology was, the ones who created it were also the ones who created the Cherished in the beginning.
We know to walk up in there and just be able to watch this be the first time Gilgamesh can read anything on the planet.
Oh, it says the mess hall is this way, guys. The fuck do you mean? That's a book.
Yes.
There's so much text on there. Yeah, mess hall this way.
Mess hall this way. I'm reading the important parts.
The rest is literally just what they were serving that day. What?
It's the menu. It says right there, menu.
Except this part. This part, I don't want to say in front of Zarel's egg, though they do.
I'm just saying, these lost technology guys, they are overcharging for an omelet.
Why would I pay anything when I could get it for free?
It's actually reasonable. Also, it's actually reasonable prices. You just hate it.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh hates industrialism and capitalism. I just get eggs and make it myself. What is an omelet? Anyway.
I believe that the simplest one would be making your way down to the southeast. That place, from what I remember, is a very peaceful area, and there should be a lot of, amenities there that could aid you. Of course, that was before these shadowy Heartless made their way here. It could be a rundown part of the world at this point, but if there is something there akin to a beacon, there probably is also survivors at that point. That would be the easiest place for me to tell you. The most likely, of course, being the one to the west, although I'm not entirely sure. I feel something similar. I believe that perhaps a pirate or someone similar might have collected a beacon or collected something of that make. And again, the mounds they have to be something. I don't entirely understand it, but it might be connected as to why those soldiers have claimed that area. Not to mention, that's where my master is, in that forest.
I believe I discern the reason why. Difficult.
I don't want to
Even
run.
after all this.
I don't want to run headlong into something that even my master couldn't handle, though.
Was that not due to the chaos side?
Perhaps he could just be injured, or perhaps he's already perished. But
you should not assume they are dead until you see it with your own eyes.
Even if my master is gone, he is one who rules over. He is one that is a master of his craft. It would not be the end for me. I would still see him one day. I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're right. The ones I would go to would either be the northwest or the southeast. I've been around this place before, and those places seem relatively peaceful. And they're the ones most likely to have survivors that we can help.
This term pirate, I've heard it before. The snake with the air shield. She called herself something along those lines, I think.
You see Fali fly over to you, as they do. Not to mention, if you're looking for something to fix a ship, wouldn't you want to go to a shipyard?
Is that what that is for? I thought that was a graveyard, but for ships.
When it comes to people in this world, they come from all over. I wouldn't even bat an eye if some of those pirates were pirates that had more technological ships. Might be something to look into if you wish to make your ship fly.
It's...
Then again, there's also the lost technology of the southwest, or the southeast. If we can figure anything out, then that could potentially work with fixing some technological flying ship as well.
The issue is distance. The raft is formidable, but it is a raft. And there is a lot of land.
From what you know of the area off to the northwest, it is literally upon a large cliff face. The raft would not be able to get you toward the upper areas of that place. You would have to go down from the mountains. And the area off to the east, you feel that you would have had trouble there if not for the fact that Zarel made friends and peace with the water god that was there. So that is again the absolute safest place to go.
Love the Z.
You could get there. You could get there literally today if you wanted to leave on the raft.
We've already.
We could get you today.
Today, you're saying we're going to bed.
I'm just saying, like, it is not that far away.
Yeah. Okay.
Hang on a second,
Okay,
because
I
that was
guess
just
so.
said. An error needs to be made.
All right, decision time.
You guys know, again, I will repeat them one more time.
Yep.
There is the floating city. Zarel had gotten word from it that apparently things might be making their way to it. That being said, it is also the most dangerous place because not only are things making their way to it, but also big, large, giant fucking storm dragon. That is also a zombie
He's
a
right
little.
there. Giant undead lightning dragon. He's right there. And that's what we learn our.
Dragon.
That's if we kill it, we learn level 1 thunder. You know,
Yeah,
from the
baby.
giant zombie storm dragon that's 8,000 feet tall.
Another one that would be somewhat hard would be the mounds over here. Apparently this is where Boya's master had gone. They have made their way through this place several times without finding any sort of thing of him. However, there is a power coming from there. The elite knights have a section that they have taken in that area. Perhaps talking to Lord Akron first before going there might help you, but at the same time, it is also extremely dangerous. Making your way to the northwest, you guys know that you already have an area there, so it would not take you that long, but it might take you a bit of time. You note that on that mountain, there's also another thing that you guys were talking about that felt very familiar to both Gilgamesh and Muna. But also, this could be the most likely place to find not only a beacon, but potentially something to help with the airship. Again, not guaranteed, but most likely. And finally, down to the southeast, literally the place that you can get to the easiest, apparently a tourist destination. There might be people there. Around the east of here, there's apparently an island in the desert that is what the god of the water god hates them. They don't like them at all. They're dumb and smell bad.
Isn't this also the direction that we need to go in for the spider?
That's way deep.
That's way far away.
Yeah, it's way deep.
Okay.
So
it's
like
it's over here in the desert.
So like the place.
What is that?
So like the place that you guys would go to find the island in the desert would be like about here.
Yeah.
The place to go to the spider would be like about here.
Okay.
So
that's still the way to go
Yes.
to eventually get her.
Eventually, we'll drop off the fucking Amazon package, but not right now. Soon, maybe.
I don't know why
I might open
Spotify is
it.
being such a bitch today.
Being a meal,
Oh yeah,
meal,
you're supposed to
mean.
know whenever there's more spider webs. By the way, I haven't forgotten that power.
Man, what a bitch Spotify mean.
You guys also know that you also have I'm gonna mark these on your map. They're not gonna tell you this, but I'm gonna tell you this. Around here is where they said that the guard armor has now been located. You guys know that there are two different underground areas here and like here that have dark sides that you guys can potentially defeat. Yeah. that is a busy map.
There are so many things.
Yeah.
I would like to bring up that I
Yeah.
do not expect you guys to go through everything. And you guys only want to light one more beacon from what you've told me. So
Unless we find out through our shenanigans that we are allowed to light more beacons
I mean,
without destroying the planet.
Fucking destroy the world, maybe.
fuck it, we bought.
I mean, we opened the door to this library. We might as well fulfill its prophecy. Like, it's only polite.
yeah.
Armageddon. Anyhow,
I'm gonna put little things here. I'm gonna put right here is where that beacon is, and
I'll put put a black circle here because we also got to get the power of cooperation from
right here is where
Ribconti.
that beacon is.
power of like a force of a trinity of a kind. Anyway, let's see.
We've done it.
We
Part of
did.
me-
There's so many
Honestly,
circles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of me feels like it would be in our best interest to go get and potentially find things to help us repair the ship at the cliff pirate thing.
At Pirate Cove.
Yeah.
Might be.
That's
good.
my good instinct.
I am intending to agree. If nothing else, maybe the pirates have sick loot we can use. I need to buy armor or steal it, whatever.
We need armor.
We need
to take what we have on these tables and make armor and things.
Slapping all the water materials together.
just making water armor for
You guys haven't been getting armor?
We have not.
Boya just like looks over at you guys.
Gilgamesh just takes out his little bag
Where
and
we-
just starts
can we
pumping
just,
out
like,
items.
go-
He do-
Get it?
I asked the peace takers if I could take some pieces from them.
We did not think about this. We relied on our shield the entire time.
He drops the guillotine, he drops the stone hammer, he drops the ring, he drops some random shit in his bag.
You can't like get one of their big armors, but I mean, a lot of them traded out their smaller, more portable armors for the large armors, so they had a surplus of them at one point. They might have given them to some of the new recruits they made ever since taking Cocklicot Manor, but you could probably still buy them, buy some from them. They definitely have things to fit that'll most likely fit you guys, but you know, you don't have to cover everything up. Like I'm only wearing small bits.
I just love that Booyah's like, you guys have not been wearing armor?
This entire time.
Looking at like Gilgamesh and Zarel with their tits out the entire time.
I technically have a form of armor, but it provides no physical protection.
Yeah, like we can spawn armor, but it doesn't, you know.
But it's not armor.
We should tend to this ship idea.
God, we're fucking idiots. He says this out loud, hands in his face, on the ground, just.
I mean, so far I believe that the power of our bomb would carry us through, and so far it's worked out.
You could also try and speak with the people up in the upper city. I'm pretty sure that there's still a lot of shops that are still in selling things. Even if you can't get up to the castle city, you can talk to the aristocrats there. They have a bazaar that's there.
Oh, sorry. I had to BRB, so I'm gonna ask something out of character first. Did we also mention the other quest we have where we have to see the desert spider person?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we went over that.
Okay.
That's
way farther away.
That's a way.
That's a once you get the airship done kind of thing.
Yeah, but we've all come to the realization. Booyah's finally realized we haven't bought equipment ever.
It's
We've
actually
been naked the whole time.
It's actually extremely impressive, if not a little foolish.
Again, that's the power of our bonus carry us through. Is, you know.
We also only just got healing magic.
Looks at Zarel as they do. They will like look them up and down. It's like, I mean, you could just get some belts or something from them. You don't have to like change up how you move or anything.
I was just saying that we've been able to push through with that. Are you saying does this look bad?
No, nothing at all. That's more what I'm saying. You don't have to cover anything up. You could just wear belts.
I could just add more belts.
Yeah, that's what I do.
They motion to their waist where they just have a bunch of leather belts.
I'm assuming that
he's like nodding like I will take note from this.
I'm assuming
we're gonna suit you up in complete Ronin armor.
Legit. Next to all you see, it's gonna be all belts.
Amazing.
All belts, no quills.
So, you currently think that you may be making your way to the northwest then?
We've also heard rumors of something up there.
As I mentioned, I sense something has great power, at least great potential in light magic off in that way. It should be a beacon. At this point, if you are making your way there, I might be able to give you aid.
Oh.
Well, I can only do this for one of these areas, I believe. However, I may be able to give you moonlight.
Moonlight?
I don't think it's going to be something that is entirely useful to all of you. However, these creatures, Heartless, you note that they get stronger at the night, correct?
In the night and in dark places.
Especially at night and in a dark place.
I can't aid you with a lot of that, but what I can do is try to, at least in one of the regions around here, lower the effectiveness of those Heartless to where at night perhaps they won't have their full bonuses. I can amplify the moonlight in one of the regions that you choose.
You have such cosmic powers.
I have access to quite a few of my old magics now. I was a scholar whenever I was here, as I mentioned to you. I was one who was delving deep into the ancient magics of this world. Everything of this world is ancient, technology, lost, power. you had seen that all of the floating islands that are off around the place as well, the ones that house the gummy blocks. What I could do is I could turn those floating islands into satellites, moonlight, things that will reflect the sun in different areas.
I would learn this power once this is all over.
You would definitely have the time as a dragon.
Of course I would.
You just tell me which region to do so in. Unfortunately, I might not be able to move it once I place it. If you wish for me to do it there, in the northwest, I can do so. I might also need to do it soon. The magic that's here that released me was extremely powerful, and I feel more charged, I believe, than I've ever felt, at least in these 40 years. If you wish for me to give you aid, it would be now or never. Any of these places that you found is the best for my help, I will give you. You just tell me where. Anywhere on the map where you guys now see circles and other things. If you feel that you want a little bit of aid in the form of apparently moonlight that can shine down and disperse some parts of darkness, or at least make it to where those darknesses don't have the usual effects that they would have, you guys can tell me now.
I almost want to say nuke the armor at the museum.
It's like, yeah, you see that guy there? Fuck him.
See this guy? Fuck this guy.
It would be good.
Making the city safer would be a really good use of the power.
What the?
You guys have one use of this that you can put anywhere on the map.
Fuck. Okay, now it's even worse to side time.
Man.
Open on the storm's tornado count as a circle. Let me
Just
think.
fuck that guy. Just fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck
too.
that guy specifically.
All right,
Get a
here I
big
go.
fuck. This.
A fucking giant
Fuck that guy.
a giant beam of moonlight strikes down on top of the storm dragon. You just hear a screeching sound and they disperse, and you just see Gilgamesh like, that was my greatest enemy. Where'd he go? Come back. Fight me.
Get back here.
I see he ran away. Smart.
Also, apologies, the power keeps going out.
That's not good. Actual thinking time now. Actual decision making.
Okay.
If this power is a one-time use, ever,
From what he seems to think it might be.
he assumes it'll be. And which means we can't bank on it. I think, if we think a little bit ahead, I want to go find Breeze Master at something. Like me, Anthony would like to go there.
I do agree.
That shit is covered in bad people. We may not go there yet, but I do want us to go there.
Yeah.
I think we all want to go there, right?
Yeah.
Please?
The one
Maybe
thing,
we should-
the one thing I will bring note of at that point.
Mhm.
It is a forest, which means there is a. It is a
Sorry,
forest.
my nose is me.
No, it's fine. It is a forest, which means there are a lot of dark areas for Heartless to be. However, also, you note that place is also being taken over by these apparently very strong knights who might also be attacking the Heartless. So there may be there's either going to be a normal Heartless presence there or a much lower Heartless presence there.
Or, third option, these royal guards are also Heartless golems.
Maybe. I don't
think Coppercut's smart enough to do that by himself. I don't think he's a scientist to do that. But fair.
And where'd the Countess go?
Or the what?
The Countess. We still don't even really have a name for her.
Oh, yeah.
The Countess.
Yeah, they're around.
I
Who knows?
thought you
Who
said
knows?
couches.
That's what I said. That's
Yeah.
why I wanted to confirm.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I'm on my phone.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But yeah, that would be a good place to make sure that the Heartless population there does not use the tree lines to hurt you in too many ways. However, at the same time, you've known that place not only, because I also want to bring this up, because I almost didn't even bring this up. This is also the place that Booyah has been the most active in.
Which means that basically she's been ripping it.
That's where she's been all this time?
She's been looking for her master.
All right.
So there may be there's either a normal or higher presence because of people there. Maybe they're manipulating the Heartless, like you said, or there's a much lower amount of Heartless there than other places because of all the people patrolling and killing things. Including one person that can hit Heartless and make them actually disappear.
Sure. Okay. All right. I wasn't aware of all the information.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring it forward. You can still use it there. It's still a good spot. It's as good a spot as any.
Yeah. Absolutely. I hate
Blue,
one-time
where are
uses.
the couches? How dare you?
The couches are gone.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Don't take me back to the couch, please.
I
left it in the Pokemon room.
Yeah, you did. I miss it. Not in the shower. It's been empty ever since.
I'll bring the shower and the couch into this room one day.
We've been losing rights ever since Pokemon. We used to have a shower and a sofa, and now we don't get shit. We have a jail.
Remember
when we used to put things in the shower?
We did. It was a great time. It was a great running gag. You said what's heading towards the floating island again?
From what Zarel was told, a bunch of aquatic races are making their way toward the floating island.
Okay.
That are people who are against the kingdom stuff.
Okay.
Not allies.
I mean, I didn't say we're loyal to the fucking NCR either.
I mean, you guys have been so far been like, yeah, Akron's pretty cool. The only one that isn't. The only one that isn't is Michelle.
Listen,
no, fuck that guy. No, guys, don't listen to his honeyed words.
But he was tea.
He's evil.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's my dad.
That's my dad.
I'm also very evil.
I've been holding onto your egg longer than him.
Are you my dad?
Maybe.
I don't care what treat me like I'm your son.
Okay. The ruined city is probably pretty safe. I guess we should use the moonbeam on the pirate cove, because if the floating island's just gonna have more antagonists, we shouldn't give them just a free pass onto that island. Look with all that wacky shit. Because I thought about moonlighting the island, but that might be a bad idea.
You could also, if you want to make your travel to the cove better, you could just use it on the mountain. Because you guys know there's a lot of Heartless in the snow.
Oh, fuck, right. They're all hiding in the snow like a bunch of weirdos.
They're the snow Heartless.
They ripped the door off of the command center.
Yeah, that's true. And that big thing.
They're little putty guys.
Fuck those guys. I'm glad one of them's dead. I hope the last two are sad about it.
You just see back at fucking Lord Cube's place, they're having like a funeral for one of the putties that died. Like that for real died.
Like for real died. And the Dark Terror Ranger is there too.
It had a putty wife and a putty family.
You just see two putties. One of them is just like wearing suspenders and glasses, still the same size. The other one is in a dress with like a sun hat.
It's just the other two putties who are pretending.
What took it? It was tragic, really. After they were defeated in battle.
Sorry.
After they were defeated in battle, they turned to live action and exploded like Impanion stalking.
Shut up. God damn it.
That's not the meme.
All right, to make
our Discord.
So to make our lives easier and to ensure that this shipyard, if there's a bunch of fucking builders out there, maybe there's other craftsmen up there too. Who knows? I think we should moonlight the Tire Cove.
Okay. Looking over at it. The area is here that you could go for. Because right now, you know of this area. There is the town, which is right here. There is the mountain right here.
Mhm.
And there is the sea area here. Boop, boop, boop. And obviously there's this sea area. I wouldn't hit that
Okay.
area.
Hell no.
I
I think I see.
I wouldn't
I think
hit
I see the
spec-
Kraken in
I
there.
wouldn't hit specifically this area because one of the only big threats that was here kind of got buried in a fucking avalanche.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Once springtime comes around, it'll be fine.
I would say one of those three places would be your best shot.
Okay.
If you're wanting to do the cove area, I would say that, again, most likely this square.
The mountain for easier travel, the forest for whatever's screaming in the woods at night.
Yep.
I say the cove directly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
The forest and up the coastline, man.
As I suggested.
Yeah.
Kidding. I'm agreeing though.
I'm gonna put him in the fucking
It is thunderstorming out there. That's why.
Star.
Storms a brewing.
Old man yells at
Bastard,
cloud.
he's trying to make it so I can't play the game.
Oh man, yelling at Cloud. Shut up.
Storms a brewing. We just cut to a dragon that's trying to make some soup. Like they're just sneezing and that causes thunder.
You find that when you say this to him, he does seemingly look up and about. His arm waves out in front of him. And as it does, from what you guys can tell, just through sheer magic, a large square that eventually writes onto it, looking like an ancient map, appears in front of you guys. It looks slightly different than what you guys have seen on your guys' map. Because again, this guy's lost 40 years of progress. But as he looks it over, he looks to it, he motions to the area you guys tell him to. You guys hear a very far off, just almost vibration-like sound, just a echoing throughout the area. As you do, you note that the square that you had pointed to seems to go completely alight. As he does, the waters around there, as well as potentially the areas along the western coast, and finally the pirates' hideout cove that is, again, mostly been dealt with from what I understand, is now completely illuminated. Once you get inside of something, there should be problems, but I am using the different areas, the different floating islands throughout the sky, the ones that hold our gummy block, to reflect as much light as we can of the sun during the night. It is focused there and will be focused downward. It might kill some maybe weaker Heartless, I don't know, but those who are alive there should not have, well, they should not have a wonderful time fighting you. You should be able to fight them just as if you would during the day, until you go inside of somewhere.
That just means we need to make an opening in the roof, right?
Easy enough.
Thank
He wipes his hand away as the map disappears. He looks back at you all. I am shocked, mostly to hear about the things happening, the things going on with Hestus, as well as all of you thinking about Lord Akron. I do not blame any of you. To be fair, I have not been the most reliable narrator as well. Perhaps something did confuse or bewilder me at the moment. Maybe the day is not exactly as I remember it. I have been in a state of torture, essentially, for the past few decades. Perhaps I missed something. If I did, I will apologize to Lord Akron immediately. But I do believe, with a lot of my understanding, that it was Lord Akron that did this to me. I cannot say much else. I believe that the best thing for you to do is to make your own decisions. If you wish to go speak with Lord Akron and you feel it's safe, perhaps you should. But if you do find that you have done anything to take his wrath, I will hold on to some of this power to see if I can aid you in that time. If there is something that you need aid with when it comes to him, I find him to be the one I need to use this against in that case. If you find yourself against his blade or against himself, call for my aid. I will see what I can do from here.
Thank you.
I'll try to keep an open mind about it as much as I can.
And that's all we can really ask of you. After everything, of course.
Perhaps it will be a good thing if you are to convince Lord Akron to aid us. He may not trust me as much as I don't trust him. Perhaps he would even destroy this place. But if he truly doesn't know, or he was the one that was not the one that did this to me, maybe we could use his help. Be cautious. I would still refrain from using my name in front of him. But if you feel that you are confident, and you feel that it is something that you need to do, I will trust you when is the best to use my name in front of him.
All right.
Do me a favor. If you do decide to talk to Lord Akron about me, try to call my name first. Let's see if I can be ready in case anything happens. Okay?
This is agreeable.
That makes sense. If you believe that it's necessary, then yes.
I will, as always, defer to you for anything you wish to do in this place. Maybe you really can change my mind. We'll see.
I hope so. That's kind of what friends are for, right?
Are we all friends?
I'd like to think so. If we've already done this much.
Oh, you're right. We'd only want to help you because you're our worst enemy. Of course we're friends, silly.
That was a joke, right? Okay, good.
Oh no, he needs tone indicators.
It's good to know. Thank you.
We just fought something. I want to make sure it's not a joke.
I guess I'm going to get used to this body. He stands up again. I will see if I can do anything to try to get my form at least somewhat returned. Maybe I could use some of these papers. I don't know. We'll see. Do your best. Train. Whatever it is you wish. Rest. Celebrate. I will be here. And I don't think... He looks back toward the prison. No, I don't think I'll disappear anymore. I'll be here anytime you need. Feel free to talk to me
That's
whenever.
great.
will you be able to eat? Because even if you don't need to eat, maybe we can feed you something.
You see the visage in front of you, the white just outline basically with like a bit of filling in front of you, lift their hand, they move it toward their face, and as they do, I can grab my tongue.
Well,
Yes!
is it?
I guess that means
That's good.
I can eat, probably.
This is the best thing I've ever heard.
We'll be sure to get. You know, after everything that's fucking happened, I think we do need some kind of party. Let's try to get a feast together.
Oh, just so.
There's not enough food in this place to properly feast for me.
Sure, we can scram
And-
something.
Then that's our immediate mission.
He
Remember,
moves.
remember the Duke's place. That.
I'm gonna still use his token because it's just here. He moves back toward the two destroyed statues beside of him. As he does, he looks back to you guys and then turns back, starts moving his hand again as you start seeing some of the rubble from the statues looking as if it starts to mend itself. He is going to occupy his time trying to undo the damage to his little zone.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay. Didn't expect to see that upon coming back here. I hope that
Me neither.
I hope that it works out. They look down toward their keyblade. All that power, hopefully he can wield it.
Indeed.
We'll see.
If ever need be, I could try to seal it again if I need to. But it seems like he needs it to return to normal, right? Are we gonna light one more of them then? And then stop there?
That would seem to be the plan.
For the moment, there's no more reason to do it if it works. But the temptation of creating more havens in this time. If for nothing else, we're allowing us to traverse this world faster. But that is for, like many things today, best save for tomorrow.
I find it really interesting, actually. Looking at the map he showed and looking at your guys' map as well, it's only showing a small part of the world. Yet, apparently all 8 of those things are around here, right? You would think that they'd be spread out even further.
Perhaps this map is incomplete. Surely this is not the entire.
Maybe
I've seen this place from several angles. It's about maybe 3 or 4 times the size of that map there that we saw.
Then there must be more than that.
Maybe it's just this particular area was picked a long time ago for them.
Maybe.
Because the idea was, I guess, if part of the world will get destroyed, it needs to have some place to keep safe, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Short-sighted then. Short-sighted and foolish to save only a single location.
If it is everything here, then I think we can probably ignore one thing that we've been told then. I don't think that if all of them are here and it truly is true that these are ley lines. Whatever these beacons are, maybe they're just that ancient technology stuff. Ley lines
Seems
should be
like
all over the world, not just here.
The floating island thing. That thing's supposed to go all over the ocean, right?
From what I was told coming here, it makes a bit of a path I don't know if it goes everywhere, but it makes its way around.
Perhaps it follows ley lines to
Maybe.
different nexuses.
Surely somebody should have been tracking that, right?
Oh, most likely, yes. If we can
Something-
find one of the maps that were made that weren't taken by those creatures, then maybe we can find it.
So we did get the
I think
words
I'm gonna
back
call
from
them dusks, by the way.
Dusks.
Those creatures, the white ones. I think I
I thought they
remember
were-
that. I think I remember that name before.
I thought you said these things would have been called nobodies.
No, those in particular, because the other one that you brought around, the one that's around Ragnar's place, looks like them. But it's weird to call them all just nobodies, right? When there are different names for Heartless.
Yeah.
I thought it was the only one with a name.
Oh no, there's the dark sides that we're fighting. There's the shadows. There's the soldiers. I started
Nova
calling them soldiers
Shadows.
because they have little soldier hats.
To put it this way, Gilgamesh, it's why you don't call humans and monkeys the same thing.
Why would I call humans monkeys?
Genetically
Never
speaking, we're
mind.
similar.
Genetics.
Evolution
Maybe
and
on
all
so-
that.
Maybe in some worlds you are.
Maybe. But it would be like calling everyone a human when Zarel's a Cherished.
Hi.
That's their type.
He's obviously not human.
And like you're a dragon.
Obviously.
I guess would they be considered titles? But they're just classifications.
They all
Brain
die
hurt
the
too much.
same. They all die the same. That's all that matters to me.
I do
Either way.
wonder though.
I'm
Why is
going
that
to try
thing
to
so
think of
friendly?
more names for different things.
Mhm.
It
You
looks
can
like
handle
those
that.
guys are helping us, from what I'm seeing. They don't seem hostile, at least.
We've just not met what's commanding them.
They get commanded to take things. Sometimes they take the literal concept of it.
Yeah, they seem powerful, that's for sure.
Whatever's commanding them can be easily turned into an enemy of ours.
Well, as long as we're on the same path, maybe they won't.
Hopefully.
Who's taking control of them then? It obviously isn't Lord Cube, since they were keeping the thing that Lord Cube wanted.
Mhm.
It obviously isn't Cocklacot, because he's dead.
And it's not Dr. Hestus because he's commanding Heartless.
Yeah,
And I doubt.
these things
he
are
would
going
be-
against the Heartless. It'd be weird if he was controlling them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's someone up in the city?
Most people in the city don't know what a heartless is, right?
That's actually a point. Hestus was using the emblem Heartless because, well, the Heartless had the emblem on it because he was aware that not many people knows what they look like or what the symbol might mean.
Hmm.
I need
You
to
also know,
something.
Hibiki, that it's
Yeah.
probably pretty prudent to tell people at some level that Hestus is not a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've told everyone here.
You told
We
everybody
need to go
here,
spread that
yes.
fucking around to everyone.
Yeah,
We need
There's-
to let everybody know not to trust that bastard.
One of the superpowers
Obviously.
of the world that is supposed to be here to protect us is not that.
he's here to he's
He's
trying
not
to destroy it.
cool.
He is evil
There's-
incarnate.
But I must know something.
Of course.
There seems to be many realms. What lies in darkness?
I guess a sense of overwhelming. It's like when you space out and you're lost in your thoughts, but everything around you is cold, but uncomfortably so. No matter how much you put on, it's wrong. It's uncomfortable, it's alien, it's...
It's got its beauties, but it's wrong somehow. I don't really know how to explain it. The realm that we are currently in, we Keyblade builders refer to it as the realm of light. The realm of darkness is that just on the other side. Once you go to the realm of darkness, it has its own rules, its own laws. It's wrong in some ways. But to the denizens who stay there, it wouldn't be wrong. It would be normal.
So the Heartless are truly alien. We must then be very careful when we open up that doorway.
So we are going to mention it.
Doorway?
Apparently, the god Rubicanti has a door to the realm of darkness that he can basically open at any time in case we ever needed to go there.
You shouldn't.
Surely we should. Is this not what the source of Heartless?
I feel like he really meant something by that, though. I don't know why, but it just feels like eventually we might need to for some fucking reason. I don't know.
That's for the terror.
Well, of course, he is a being of death, darkness, fire.
But even that, but even so, anyone who has lived on this side is a denizen of the realm of light. Despite a god being associated with dark things, they are still a being of light. A denizen of the world of light, even if they don't represent that.
That is
Going
true.
to the world of darkness, you only find Heartless.
That is true, but what I'm saying is, as a god of those things, they also understand that you can't have light without darkness, and we may have to go in the darkness for the sake of light. I mean, you don't have to. I already got into the dark arts myself, so it's not gonna affect my shadow.
Allegedly, my darkness and my brothers were beacons for Heartless to find us.
Whatever any of you think that world is like, just know it isn't. I've been there before as well.
Makes sense.
They look to you guys. Just be careful, whatever you try, okay? Some doors you can't come back from.
What did you
And
find?
leave it as a last resort.
What did you find in there that's shaking yourself?
I can imagine they're probably stronger there.
They look down toward their Keyblade. They then look back over toward where you are, Gilgamesh, when you say that. Nothing. I found nothing that I was looking for. As they say that,
I see.
they look to you guys, give a bit of a smile. Can't wait for the party.
Mm-hmm.
And they will start walking away.
Bit somber. Let's figure out what we need to do then.
Right.
Yes.
Do you guys want to get ready to make food like you said you were wanting to?
Yes.
Yes. Let's just go and get the foods.
As you guys go to collect everything you need, going through the different areas here at the lighthouse, making your way between different places to attempt to do things. You even make your way back to Whisper's place every now and then, because while they don't have food, they do have things that cook food.
They have things to cook.
Very true.
They have an
We're
entire
finally
kitchen.
using that shit.
They have an entire kitchen.
And definitely at some point dropping off the ball.
Oh, we're finally gonna be able to use the who hash and ham.
As you guys do your different things to attempt to get everything together to have your party, collect your different friends, let them know, see if any
Also-
of them have anything to add to it if they wish. Or you saying Gilgamesh?
All our friends, and also every man's.
And also Everman's. You all collect yourselves. Everyone decides to get together. Booyah looks as if after a little while of thinking for themselves, they are back to a somewhat cheery thing after a while, after everybody is gathering. You think you have everyone. The four of you wait at the entranceway of the library, hearing the clanking of different plates, different things, all about. What are you doing here? Get out of here. But as you do, as you're pretty sure you have everybody around that you possibly can all put into the main part, the four of you look as if you're about to join them. You turn. You look toward the entranceway of the library, and you see someone walking towards you.
Who's that? Who walking?
It is the same presence you had seen before. Stepping through the gateway, walking into the lighthouse. As they make their way forward, coming from what can only be assumed as a bit of a strange darkness that had appeared behind them. Another guest makes their way toward the party.
Okay.
Gilgamesh, I'm guessing you make your way toward them?
Obviously, yes.
As the person approaches, they look to you, stepping very light steps compared to your probably large strides. Hello, Force.
You. Is that all you have to say after all this? Hello?
All you had to say was Maki.
I just didn't think you'd show up again. You have a habit of disappearing.
It took me a while to find this place.
It's hard to miss. It's a big, bright beacon.
They look around. I guess it is, in some ways. It's hard to imagine this even being a blip on the radar from the place we're from.
It wouldn't be.
Sometimes when I'm alone, I literally do nothing.
But
Like I just sit and do nothing, and it's great.
How have you been?
angry, frustrated, tired.
That's a new one.
Hmm.
The others are similar.
Other.
The other two, you said. Angry, frustrated.
They're here.
No, your words.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said the
No,
others.
no,
It's
your,
like, I thought
your
you said
other
the
your other
others.
two emotions you just said. The
My
tired
bad.
was different.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
I see what you said.
I'm with Anthony
My
on
bad.
this one. The wording.
I thought you. No, right.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Like
About it.
I was like, I didn't get a secret text about that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Mm. No, I've been more tired than anything.
Understandable.
Why? Why did you disappear? If you were going to come here, why didn't you stay?
The place was flooding, for one.
We found our way out.
But the other is something you already know. That's how it has to be whenever I use my magics. You know that. There's always a price to be paid. Favors.
At least it didn't take you, what, 15, 18 years this time?
This world has very simple requests for me. It's mostly removing those things.
Even the world hates them. Good. There's a lot we need to talk about, isn't there?
They look down. I don't want to, but I can. Because I know you won't like any of the answers.
I didn't like your answers before. And I still believed you. All the same.
No, I know you'll believe me. You just won't like them.
A feeling I've gotten used to.
Your friends are okay.
Of course they are.
So they are your friends. They must be pretty great for you to say that.
This I didn't miss.
They put a hand out toward you. It looks as if something's going on in there.
A feast. And there's far too much for me to eat. So I suppose you can have something left over. You're hungry, right?
I could eat.
Then come on. He'll actually reach out, put a hand on her, and start walking her towards the library.
Ah.
Not like a push, just he's actually gently just bringing her along.
You guys
We
see?
want to meet them anyway.
You guys see Gilgamesh begin to move this person over toward all of you? This person with the almost starry night sky cloaking them. You guys remember the voice of this person going into you whenever you had learned your cure magics. And as they approach, you find that there seems to be a strange silence about the area. Quieter than you feel it should be. As the area adjusts itself to this person's presence, as you look back toward the party, as the clattering of dishes and other things begin to slowly build back up, I think we're going to end things off for the night.
You can cut the tension from the night.
Livio, baby!
And Zarel's like, we shouldn't be cutting attention with the knife. We're supposed to cut the turkey. I made the turkey.
When you
Next
were
time-
looking, I made the turkey.
Next time we may have some answers to some of the questions that Gilgamesh has had since the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah.
You might not like them, but we'll have the answers at least.
I can't wait for Gilgamesh to be upset for an entire episode. Anyway, good night.
Wait,
Good night.
like every episode?
Imagine Gilgamesh, but twice as grumpy.
It's hard. He's always pretty grumpy.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed too.
Yeah.
Good night. Rest easy.
We're going to end the recording right here. I hope everybody has a good time. I hope that whenever we come back, we will be able to see quite a few things. I hope that maybe by then we might have a new Michelle token even sometime. Who knows? We'll see. All that being said, fake person, 8 minutes ago, before I leave, did give a prestige to this person. I'm going to put a +1 on them. And I
Good
will
for
be
her. She needs it.
giving us
She
some
needs
more
it so that I
guidance
can get my
tokens and
super
things.
suit out again.
As this person is led toward the party, we'll come back on this next week. Until next time, guys, like always, later days.
Later days. Wow. Now we can finally talk to our NPCs, like the mysterious unnamed woman that we met first at this library and proceeded not to have any time to dedicate to talking to her.
Well, pardon us for helping unfuck the world.